10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Team Archon's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Oh!
Complexities turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining.
I should have seen that one coming.
Team Archon's turn to pick.
Invoker.
Complexities turn to pick.
Test.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Bang.
Complexities turn to pick.
Dark Seer.
Team Archon's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Dusk.
Team Archon's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Complexities turn to ban. Team Archon's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Complexities turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh.
Complexities turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Shanghai Major American Qualifiers. We are here in the winner bracket semifinals. It is Complexity Gaming versus Team Archon, and this is going to be a doozy, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Swindles, Limp, Chessie, Z-Freaking Hanskin going up against the squad of Fluff and Stuff, White and Jo, Monkeys Forever, and Moo. This is going to be a lot of fun, folks. Stick around here on twitch.tv/bo3 for more action.
Bounty Hunter.
Team Archon's turn to pick.
Alright, we are now well underway into the draft. Complexity game starting out with the purple strat, Bane, Darkseer, and they'll pick up the Bounty Hunter to ruin it right afterwards. And of course, we have Tusk Invoker on the other side for Team Archon. It looks like it should be a pretty fun game here, folks. Again, my name is Mont. Thank you for joining me here on twitch.tv/MontDota2. I've been casting a lot this week. There's a lot of people that have been. Shout out to Montpax, who I think is probably the only caster that's been casting than I have. I've done so far this week roughly 35-ish games of Dota 2. Hopefully around there, maybe a little bit less. But Montpax has done, I think, a lot more. So he has been grinding, if you will, and he's done a great job of it as well. Complexity Gaming, like I talked about, will start off the Bean Darkseer Bounty Hunter pick, the Invoker Tusk on Team Archon side. Ban-wise, we have the Death Prophet, Oracle, Chantress, and Anti-Mage. On the other side is the Io, the Gyrocopter, the TA, and the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker, pretty solid hero. Bristleback is something that Complexity will love to play, but since they have the Darkseer, that is probably not likely the case. They have the Darkseer for Swindles in the offlane, who's had a great tournament thus far. They've done a really good job in their group, and Archon, this is not going to be an easy game for them. Sure, Archon could easily maybe take the series 2-1, 2-0, but they'll have to play out of their minds, and in doing so, it's going to be a little bit of a tough game here. Invoker is going to be picked up for Monkeys Forever. He played a very strong Bat Rider. Invoker he picked up earlier actually got thrashed by Digital Chaos, so he's hoping to have a rebound game. They saw the power of the Night Stalker firsthand as that 1437 played it, and he dominated pretty effectively. And so now Team Archon will give it a whirl and see how they can do with it. The one thing I don't like about Archon and their playstyles, they tend to pick up, I think, heroes that aren't that great. I think Jo maybe likes to play PA maybe too much, and maybe the Anti-Mage I think they picked up. That's probably not fair. I'm probably not giving them a fair shake at all, and I'm probably completely wrong about this, but that's at least from what I've seen. This is actually a funny Reddit thread that I actually just saw on Twitter. Dear Digital Chaos, I know it may seem unprofessional, and the text of the thread is, but I need to ask, how good did it feel to absolutely dumpster his team, the qualifiers today? I'm pretty sure they don't fight away. Maybe they do. I doubt that's the case, though. I mean, I guess that probably is nice, just to beat another good American team, but maybe there's a little added bonus there for Digital Chaos. Nonetheless, we're not talking about that game. We're talking about this one in this series. And Complexity Gaming are currently my favorites, I think. It's kind of close. I think if Complexity move on, it's going to be a very, very, very interesting series between them as well as Digital Chaos. I think Complexity might have a little bit more in the tank in terms of playstyle and being able to maybe just get through the qualifiers. It's going to be, I'd actually give it more like the 60-40, 50-50, honestly, than anything else, and maybe 60-40 for Complexity, but that depends on how they play against Archon. If Complexity does get through, if Archon goes up against Complexity, then I don't know, man. That would completely shatter my expectations. I don't want to say that Archon is going to have a rough road and then just say that, okay, well, they're not going to win, but I actually do like the fact that they go for the Medusa. I just talked about going for carries I don't think are that strong, but I do think Medusa is actually pretty good and is underutilized. Complexity will go for the Tiny, however, and I think it's a little bit different, and it's kind of cool to see, actually. Well, it's not different. We'll see how it goes against Medusa. I'm honestly not making any sense right now. I'm losing it.
5 seconds.
Let me start right back from zero and say, hello, my name is Mott, and I think this game is going to be very close, and I actually think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. There we go. All right, we did it, everybody. That's it. In terms of who I think has the better drafts currently, I like the idea of a bounty hunter, but I think against the heroes, maybe he could do well against the invoker, but other than that, I think everyone should do just fine against bounty hunter. If they have good vision, they can kill him very easily with a Night Stalker Void and Snowball, Mystic Snake if he's in lane, which by the way does a lot of damage. I've come to realize the Max Mystic Snake is actually very good. And an early game Medusa with phase boots is very strong, whether you go phase Rum or phase, Manta, whatever you decide to go up, phase Aquila, Manta, something like that. I think that the hero does do a lot of damage if you do get phase boots, and that is the way to go. I think people have been talking about positioning and how it's very important that you have good mobility, things of that nature, and I think that Medusa is actually
10 seconds.
She's actually in an okay spot if she gets phase boots. It's not that terrible of a thing though. It allows you to carry harder later down the road. But Complexity Gaming has now got 27 seconds left on reserve time, and they will grab. Let's see. They have both supports. They have their Darkster for the offlane. They have Tiny for mid/safe lane. There's no IO, which of course Complexity love to run the IO Tiny. They've done a really good job of it this tournament. They actually crushed a game with it earlier. Is it going to be the Limp Tiny in the safe, or is it going to be the Chessy Tiny? Well, it looks like it'll be a Limp Razor potentially, and then a Chessy Tiny safe lane. But it's kind of weird because they do switch roles pretty often. Like both Limp and Chessy can switch things around, and I think that's really cool. That gives them a lot of strategic advantage. For Archon, they have 36 seconds left to reserve time. They have the Night Stalker, Tusk, maybe support duo. Tusk can also go offlane. Night Stalker can go offlane, but it looks like this will probably be their offlaner. The Invoker in the mid lane, the Medusa in the safe lane. So I imagine this will be a safe lane hero for Team Archon, or rather an offlane hero for Team Archon, and something for Moo, but I could be wrong about that. And it is going to be Timbersaw picked up, and now it looks like it will be a Moo Timber. But do they go like aggro Tri-Lane and then have like Timbersaw safe? Maybe not what they do, so you can go aggro Tri-Lane with the Timbersaw. He'll miss out on experience, which is probably bad, and then you have Medusa in the safe lane, which is also really bad, who's solo. So they probably just do aggro dual lanes and have like Medusa and Tusk, and then like Night Stalker Timbersaw. And those are a couple of easy kills. Or Tusk Timbersaw, because you could just Ice Shard, then Snowball in, and then Rolling Death, and I think that could be pretty strong. Or you could just Void as well. So I think aggro duels are a good choice. And even if there's a Bounty Hunter nearby, you should be okay. There's a very tanky squad here for Team Archon. You have two strength supports. You have a strength offlaner. You have an agility carry that has mana shield, which is very strong, especially when you get an item like Scotty, which gives you the HP and mana that you really need to stay alive. You have an Invoker, who is probably the squishiest hero in the game, or for at least for Archon. And he's actually not that squishy, so I really like the Archon draft, all things considered. Uh-oh, I have to change something real quick. It's a good thing there's pause. Alright, and I've changed my zoom in, zoom out, thanks to JJ, aka Muckle, so shout outs to him. Quick pause. Disconnect coming out for the Night Stalker. Chessy will pick boots first. Go to the safe lane. Limp going to be picking up a stout shield, probably going to get two pooled tangos, and I'll admit, and he will be up against an Invoker. It's not the easiest matchup in the world, but you have pretty good base damage for a Tiny. There's a really decent chance that there's going to be a couple of ganks coming through. The Bounty Hunter action will sit mid for a period of time and help out Limpin. Give him some farm and last hits. The Dusa for Jo is going to be picking up a Ring of Protection and a Circlet. So an inevitable Basilius or a Keeling out rather soon. I want to see if he's going to go top. I'm actually really interested if they're going to do something like the Timbersaw down bottom, but it looks like he's already walking in this general direction. That way. Ready is set by Swindle Mills, and Archon will say he's getting on Skype. His computer crashed or something, I'm sure. Shout out to both managers for these squads, Hodaruz as well as Complexity's Beef. Both very good dudes. I'm name dropping, and I think it's necessary to say that they're really enjoyable people to hang out with and chill. Talk to. Oh god, now Conrad just tweeted at me, someone say manager, but you're not the Cloud9 manager anymore, Conrad. Don't try to snaz yourself in here. 5 aggression bottom from Complexity. Jesse will lead the way with his boots of speed. 5-man aggression top from Archon. So 2 ships in the night. One heading this way, the other heading this way. Just kind of awkward. So both teams will look to force down to the opposing team jungle. And that's kind of awkward, really. Z-Freak is going to have the Iron Shell shadow walk forward. They're like, oh, they're going to be behind this tree line or something. And then they're going to walk through and they're like, there's nobody here. Let's just put a ward down and leave. One team will grab the top bounty rune spot, which of course will be Archon probably, and the Complexity will grab the bottom bounty rune spot. They actually could walk all the way up through mid and then head towards that lane if they want to try to fight. I feel like Archon's level 1 fight is a little bit better, especially if they get Mystic Snake. Toss Avalanche and Iron Shell is kind of dangerous, not to mention Brain Step, so... They've drawn a line. They said, okay, well, they're probably coming this way. That's what Archon thinks. They're probably coming up here high ground, and said that's not really the case. Monkeys will go ahead and grab up the bounty rune, and he's going to be going for Quas first. Actually, have a null tally, 2 fairy fires, and a tango that have both been shared. So he has 5 gold in the bank, and he's 4, but I'm sure he's fine with that. Meanwhile, he's trying to get to a very quick bomb, and he's only 200 or 200 some odd gold away from that. Whitebeard will head back and look for a block here to help out the Invoker, and he should do a good job of it. And the block for Houndskin, he just says, screw it. And this block is actually a little bit better for Monkeys Forever. In fact, really good. No, somehow. The range creep, actually really good blocking from Limp. The range creep is going to be the first to die. This is going to push out quickly. And Limp will have a very good start here already. He does miss that last hit. They're going to have the dual lane mid. Sentry placed on their hill. And Z-Freak has a sentry of his own. But we'll see if he can get it off. Avalanche will fly. Z-Freak's going to just throw up right with the Cold Snap going through, doing some work against Z-Freak, but not really that much. And then the off-lane Timbersaw will have to keep tabs on as Hanskin is going to go ahead and right-click out. No skill yet. He actually goes for the early Timber to maybe get away. And the active armor will come out sooner rather than later, I imagine. Down bottom, Joe. A ranged hero should be okay against the Darkseer's Iron Shell. He's gotten 3 last hits, and this is the hero I'm really looking out for. Meanwhile, back in the lane, Moose going to go ahead and just try to jump away with a Timber Chain, but actually 56 damage stolen. He is going to barely survive, but you can see the threat already of Chesty in that top lane. Very dangerous. I think he will salve up. He actually is just going to back up and maybe just regen with the Tango, and he's going to go ahead and block the creep wave. Bottom rune spot, Z-Freak's maybe just going to come in, and there is an Absorb Ward here, and they might have seen him. I think just barely did when he was walking through the bounty rune area, or the area of the rune. Fluff is going to get chased down. They do have a ward here. They're going to pop the board, the right click, and there's going to be maybe a mistake to grab the kill. Surge away, and Z-Freak will stay alive, but it's probably a little bit closer than they'd like to see. Meanwhile, mid lane, Ice Shards will fly, almost getting the kill Monkeys Forever, and they actually do have a dual lane mid. They really want to get him started in terms of farming. 7 last hits, doing a great job up against Lip, who has 5. Toss will come in, do some damage to Monkeys, but he can just pop up the Quas and regen up if he needs to. Up to top lane, Moo will finally get some last hits, picked up his first of the game, and the second right after. Bottom rune spot, 2 minutes, and Fluff will grab it. It's the bounty, and the illusion's picked up by Whitebeard. But here's Limp, Toss, Avalanche could go. Not have gotten the kill as it's level 1, and this is a tanky Night Stalker. So, nice play from getting that bounty rune from Archon. They've got a good start, and I like that this is playing out for Archon. Very early on, they do have an advantage. Down bottom.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Void about to go. Greg just messaged me and said, X-Man, you're reporting in. God, you sons of bitches. That was bad. He missed that one. He shouldn't have missed it. Oh well, no big deal. Monkeys will pick up his Boots of Speed now, and he'll work on probably either a Midas, maybe an Orchid, a Yules, who knows. It looks like he is going for Quaswex, so... maybe Drums as well as Phase picked up early. There's a lot of choices here for Quaswex Invoker. Yules probably not the one if you're going Quaswex. It's more for an Exort build, I think. Jo missing a couple of these last hits here in this bottom lane. In fact, he just missed all 3 there. That's rather unfortunate. He does get the range creep at the very least. He's at 10 last hits, and this is on with Medusa. She's the best at last hitting early on in the game. You get Phase up and you're fine. You get into the kill up, okay, sure, but they're missing out on a couple of these. Limp is sitting on 7, 12 for the Invoker. Chessie is the real lady with 15. He's almost got enough for his Phase boots, or Reds, whether he wants to buy one or the other. Cold Step on a Limp. They do have Ice Shards that'll actually connect and block him in for the moment, but he does have his bottle being carried out. Toss will go through onto Monkeys, not really doing that much damage. Down bottom, Swindles is able to search himself out of there. Z-Freak might get caught as well. Shadow Walk. Alright. Not really much happening. No kills so far. There have been a couple of attempts that have been close. Moo is got 6 last hits. He's level 3. What about the Darkseer? Hold that thought. Fluff will grab the Invisible Rune and good juke. Well played. Swindles is level 4 and Moo is level 3, so he's actually doing a little bit worse than Darkseer. And of course, the Darkseer has 18 last hits because you know he is a Darkseer after all. Fluff's gonna walk through mid. There's no Sentry Rune or Sentry Ward here for complexity, so that he could have gone on them, and it is time. But he's gonna walk all the way top and try to find a kill here as Chessie is alone. Level 4 Timbersaw, he might be able to get this kill. They're going to wait and try to set something up more than likely. And they'll ping out mid and say, okay, the Night Stalker's missing. You should be careful here. Whitebeard is literally dual-landed, by the way. Here we go. Chessie's going to get caught. It's going to be a 4-second slow, no 3-second slow. He's going to try to TP out Timbersaw, Timber Chain, and he actually will be alive. He just goes to the tower. Really well played from Chessie, holding that TP scroll. And it's just a smart play, a smart maneuver. The Void was not fluffed, did not have the time he would get his boots of speed coming out, and of course running through his Hanskin. They have vision of this with his Zerber Ward, by the way. Back mid, Ice are going to connect, and they're looking for the call snap. They'll find it as well. Snowball coming in on top of it. Do they have the damage? They have Tornado. Top back coming through. The Tornado will fly. This is not going to be enough for the kill. He's very tanky. He even has a salve up ready to go, and he's going to pop that off, luckily enough. So I'll commit it for only a little bit of damage, which is going to be regened up. The Ice Shards will cancel it, and now that's kind of a problem, as the bottle is still not coming out yet. It's on the Courier, which is flying up towards Limp so it can get it salve and just heal him back up to full. Moo at almost Arcane Boots on top of his already boot to speed and stout shield. He's got his rolling death and he'll just back away. Nightmare's gonna go. They've got the static link. And they're gonna zap a lot of this damage away from him. He does Timber Chain, he can use it to get out and he will do so. And so they just wanted to steal damage for Chessie. Still no first blood. I haven't missed anything yet, thank God for that. Whitebeard with 6 minutes will grab the top rune spot. Actually, just save it up for the Invoker, perhaps. Well, it looks like he can grab the Spider Rune for himself. He'll do so. I think Moo is like, I wanted that, but here, I'll give you Arcane Boots anyways, and I'll do just that. What about Jo? 33 last hits. He has something coming out. I think it's the Keela, and so phase should be next. Wave is actually pushing into the base here, into the Tier 1 tower down. Ice Shards will connect. Will they go looking for a snowball? They'll find it. Cold Snap's there as well. And they don't have the mana for the Tornado, though. So the double damage will go. The toss is going to fly. Actually, the Avalanche first. No toss. Could have tossed it and Hanskip, but decided against it. Z-Freak rotates in, pops down that sentry, kills the other one. You know, bottom lane, they actually void up onto Swindle. And this is just kind of, it's actually pretty exciting, but there's not been any kills. Arcane's up for Moo. Level 5, almost going to have his shock room. Might have something flying out. No, Sage's Mask for monkeys, so Yules actually for monkeys. Tornado just to get some last hits. He got 2 of them there. It's pretty expensive for 2 last hits, to be fair. He could go Orchid. He has a Sage's Mask. There's a chance. Z-Freak looking for some experience down bottom. There is this sentry here, so they have. They know that he's there. They saw. They dropped. Oh, that's an Observer Ward. Sorry, my bad. I was wondering why I couldn't see him, but that's the case. It's an Observer Ward, not a sentry. Wow, did you see that Mystic Snake damage? Oh my lord. Level 4 Mystic Snake against the Bounty Rune. If he takes another one of us, he dies, and he knows this. Jesus. Meanwhile, Timber Chain used. There's the Nightmare coming up. They need to Void. He's going to take a lot of damage here. It's going to be the ultimate coming through as well. He's got actually Timber Chain the opposite way. He's got Chakram. He'll pop it off, and he can almost Hanskin. Actually, here comes the Snowball. Looking for it. They're going to find it. They'll get the first blood, and they will lose at least their offlaner. But now Whitebeard is in trouble, and Chessie gets actually a double kill. It's not worth it, I don't think. Meanwhile, Lynch will go. They have toss. Monkeys will go ahead and toss back onto Chessie. He's going to Ghost Walk away. The Plasma Field actually gets the kill. He'll pick up a trap. Razor doing the work. Chessie is in an absolute. He's on absolute cloud 9 right now after getting that pickup. That's huge. It puts him up to the top of net worth. And sure, you got first blood, but is it really worth it? Dear Lord, is it not? And it was just not tanky enough with level 1 refracted, or rather 1 reactive armor. Chessie's really not going to concern, especially with armor reduction coming out of Eye of the Storm, which is only 1, but still. It's like 1 per strike, actually, I'm not sure. Swindles is going to go ahead and jungle up. He is sitting at 3rd in net worth. He's even ahead of the Invoker. However, Limp is actually behind the Invoker. So there is at least a little bit going the way of Archon here. So, I mean, that's a big problem. Chessie was not doing that well up until that point. Actually, it kind of was a steadily declining slope here up until he got that, you know, triple kill, which was really bad. So that's a problem. That's not great. Bluff going to go ahead and pull. He's level 5. He's got 1 point in silence, 3 points in the void, and just 1 in Hunter of the night. I actually think that's a really good build. I like that. And a pause will come through. Flag. I'm fine. Check it out. Oh, I do not want that. That's not what I want to do. My bad. I forgot that it still shows all that stuff for some reason. Do this instead. I actually do have 4% back loss. That's kind of strange. That shouldn't happen. Yeah, that's definitely not on me. JO's losing mana. He should know he's going to get pinged out and he's going to back away. Fluff actually watching him. He's the only one that was pinging him. Ancient's looking to get stacked here, and that'll be for JO on down into the game. Monkeys will do the stacking for himself. He's got the Wex, he's got the Urn, so that's what he went for, and the Phase Boots now. No Yule Scepter, no Orchid, not anyway, not just yet. Illusion picked up, Bounty picked up for Limp, who's probably going to go for maybe a Bracer, maybe just straight Blink. I like the idea of getting Treads first. Down Boots, Blink sometimes doesn't work very effectively. Tracks up on Jo. He pings it out. Fluff. Not going to get spotted. Whitebeard's nearby. They see Z-Freak. Surge away from Swindles. Ice Shards. Beautifully done. And Z-Freak, if they had dust, they do. The snowball will come through. They caught him. There's going to be the void up, but there's TPs coming through. They've already popped up the track. They TP in Chessie, who's very strong right now with a full set of treads and drum. So they won't get that kill. However, they force Chessie out of his comfort zone in that top lane. But they will get the lane to Hanskin to get to level 6. Back mid, you have Monkeys Forever, but we'll probably keep tabs on bottom as there's likely a fight to break out. Speaking of fight, Tornado EMP will go and Limp will lose all of his mana. He does have 2 bottle charges, but that will not get him back to full.
Radiant's top tower is under
Big
attack.
farm top, and who's going to take this creep wave and love all of these last hits he's going to get. I really wanted him to Whirling Death there. I felt like that would be better. Mid lane, Chessie running in. He doesn't have his Ghost Walk, but he can invoke it if he needs to. He'll pop the Quas instead of regen up. And so Chessie just walks back from bottom after not getting much. And heads to that top lane. He has the Casual Cloak, which is very good this game against all the magical damage coming out from Archon. I'm a big fan, Chessie. Good work. Good stuff. Good stuff. The Nightmare's going to go through and Moo's in some trouble. They might need a TP here into the top lane. The Static Weave will go. He'll actually Timber Chain his way out and try to make his way through. The Plasma Field will go. He can chakra him up, and he's just going to Timber Chain away. Can't kill this guy. They don't have Fiend's Grip yet. They thought about diving him. EMP will go. The Freak is going to get sentryed up. They have Cold Snap. Will they use it? He doesn't invoke it. And he walked up there for a moment. Double damage rune picked up for him yet again. That's frightening. That's a kill on a move. If they don't have vision there, and they don't. They have no vision up on the bottom lane. There's maybe a fight break out again. Lip will rotate in. He pops the double damage through the surge forward. They get the deny on the tower. Mystic Snake will go. There's going to be the silence. The void is up as well. They want this kill, but the avalanche will stop them from doing so. Mystic Snake's not up. And Limp will stop them from pushing forward and looking for that kill. And so it's still 1-3. The longer this game goes, the more Archon are liking it. They have really good late game in Jo, first of all. They have really good late game with an Aghanim Scepter picked up for the Night Stalker. They have a Monkeys Forever Invoker, and Invoker's a strong late game hero. On the other side, you do have a Razor as well as a Tiny, and those are both good late game when it comes to it, but I guess really they have to get some track kills in order to be able to keep pace once Jo starts farming out of his mind. He's already top of the net worth. He has a Yasha as well. Will he go straight into Scotty after this? Probably not go for that early Manta, is the question. No drum, obviously, either, so that's interesting. Level 2 split shots, so only 2 or 3 shots. Iron Talon for Fluff. 1437 did this earlier, by the way. It was super ownage. It allows you to farm way easier on a support Night Stalker when you really shouldn't be able to do so. This item's just amazing. It's kind of dumb, actually. Maybe a smoke from coL? Complexity? Do they have a smoke? They do. They're going to send Hanskin, Limp, and Zfrick down towards the bottom rune area. 14-minute rune will spawn just in a couple of seconds, and maybe somebody going for that will be their target, such as Jo, but he doesn't have a bottle. Oblivion Staff is picked up for Monkeys Forever, so it is going to be the Orc of Malevolence. They're looking for Jo, and this should actually be a viable kill. He does have a 3-mana shield. He also has an Aquila and some 1-stacks, but he does also have Stone Form. This is very, very sketchy. I'm very concerned for Jo, and they're going to walk in. They have their Fiend Script in. They do have the mana drain with the Fiend Script. There's the Surge Forward, and they can't get the kill. Jo's able to phase away, and here's the TPs. Monkeys does not have Tornado. They'll cancel a couple other ones, and Fluff and Monkeys will rotate in, but... Uh-oh, Limp's looking for it. Surge Forward could have happened. Razor's here as well. All 5 from Complexity looking to find a target. There's this Observer Ward behind the tower, and Monkeys got to get tracked up. Tornado will fly through the EP as well. He kind of baited that out. Toss forward, and Zfreak is looking for a potential target. They have track up. The Ghostwalk will not save him. Now the Fiends Group on the Fluff as well, and this looks like it'll be 2 kills, and so 5-man aggression will pay off for Complexity. He'll get 2 kills, 1 on the support, 1 on the mid laner. Moo will start putting pressure on mid, and Jay will start putting pressure on mid, rather on the Moo will be on the top lane. And this actually should be a tower kill. They have Glyph. Tier 1 for a Tier 1. Here's going to be the TP in from Limp. Jo should go for this. And the deny comes out. Huge play. JO's going to pick up the point booster, so it will be that Scotty. And bottom lane Glyph is going to fly, but very good Observer Ward to start things off here. That really won them the fight pretty much, plus the track. Ghostwalk is not going to be useful this game because of it. TP's coming through. Monkeys will go ahead and Tornado and EMP in. Can he find a kill here? Chessie's very low. Can he get a cold snap off? He doesn't have it invoked up. And here's the Timber Chain. Chessie gonna get rolling death. Moo across the map will find the kill. And Hanskin will be next. The dust will come through. And Zfreak actually TP's home. So despite losing that tower, they get 2 return kills and 1 on one of the most net worth heroes in the game. And that will get them up to an 1,211 gold. Well, actually, it's more like 1,708 gold swing, roughly. 603 of that gold will go to Moo. He'll pick up a point booster. Limp does now have a Blink Dagger, so he's able to jump in and out of fights a little bit easier. And went for Tread's Blink, which I like a lot. Deep-ass ward from Fluff. Invis Rune, well, actually, Double Smoke is going to come through. Can they kill Limp? They probably could. They're going to have Moo come mid here in a moment. It actually looks like they're thinking about it. Waiting. Toss out was already used. Now the Snowball, the Void will come out. Actually, it's going to be the Crippling Fear. Void's not been used yet. Now it has, and the trick will come through, but it'll do nothing to save his teammate and friend and comrade. Nice gank. And Jo continues to farm. No ultimate orbs just yet, so he's still 4,000 gold away from his Scotty, but this will help the cause. It's going to be the Mystic Stick coming out and keeping him tanky as ever. Bottom lane, Zfreak rotating in. A quarterstaff now done for the Invoker, so his second Oblivion Staff is on its way, as he has already enough money for the Sage's Mask, but the robe is not quite there yet. When did Swindle pick up a mech, man? I haven't been paying attention to him at all, jeez. Wow, that is a very deep ward. They see them rotating in. That ward is going to give some good vision, and Fluff knows that they're going to get ganked here, it looks like. Actually, they smoked up that. Did they smoke up on that ward is the question. I don't know. Drop the sentry down in lane.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Archon absolutely knew this was coming. Either that, or they're just like, oh, let's all go top together, which does not seem likely. Mid lane, they're going to see Swindles, they're going to see Chesty, they're going to know that Tier 1 tower is going to go down, but they're going to try to get a trade out of it, and it looks like that should be the case. Sanj already up for Chesty? Oh, the main procs are real. SNY is going to be the choice, more than likely. Chesty will get the last hit there. Top tower, they have the glyph. Will they use it? Yes. They're rotating in. TP's going to come through. Mass TP rotation, and Tornado EMP will fly. The siege group will get the tower. Monkeys will have to phase out of there and leave with the Wex move speed. They're looking to fight this, actually. Snowball's going to come through. Chelsea's kind of low. War's punch will fly. Now they pop the stone form. Z freaking trouble silenced up, and he'll go down. Dust will go through as well. Chelsea, Mystic Snake will fly. They get the avalanche. Big back wall, but it's just not enough. There's nobody there. Hanskin going to get voided up. It looks like they're going to lose 3. Complexity in some trouble. He'll buy himself out, but that's a double kill for Moo. And a great fight coming out from Archon. Huge engagement. Great start from Whitebeard, and then Moo coming in, and well, it's pretty much his Bloodstone just about done. His Arcane's already there. I think this is his full Bloodstone, yeah. There it is. 18-minute Bloodstone for Moo. Very good start for Archon. Excellent fight going their way, and it is now almost 1,000 experience, rather net worth advantage going on their side. 3,000 experience advantage, and Jo continues to farm up without a death. He's going to have 1 ultimate orb. The second will come out sooner rather than later. It really all came down to, I think, this ward. Them moving here, looking for that tower. They got the tower, don't get me wrong. They rotated it up here through the river, which was somehow also spotted. And they said, let's fight this. We're strong. We have Nighttime. We had Void. We had Stone Form. We had a Bloodstone up on the Timbersaw. It was an amazing back wall coming out from Swindle on 5, but he needed to get it done earlier. And now they're going to smoke up again. They have wall up at 25. They're really not going to stop putting the pressure here onto Archon's side. They really want to kill. And they might have smoked right on top of this ward again. What vision do they actually have? It's going to be close. They might have seen him. They might not. And Archon are just going to back up again. I have to think that they did see them. Otherwise, they'd not be sitting underneath their tier 3 tower. Just excellent plays coming out. There's the ultimate orb and 1 left before he has the Scotty at roughly 20 minutes. Complexity. I feel like they're a little bit confused. They're like, why can't we find anybody? I guess we're just going to leave now. Moo's sitting in the tree line here. That's really cool. That ward from Fluff, which he spoke to get, by the way, was impeccable in terms of timing. But Jo is actually going to walk out. This might be trouble. They could jump with Limp and go for the blink combo. Jo might be able to back away. He does have level 2 Stone Form. Stone Gaze. They thought about jumping on him, and they decided against it, because that's, let's be honest, this is a bait. Surge, Swindle's looking maybe up towards that top lane. They see Moo now, and they're going to jump on him. Limp going to go for it. They have the mana shield, and now they get the Stone Form as well. The slow EMP. They get the snowball up as well. This is going to do so much damage. They're going to lose 2. They're going to lose 3. They're going to lose 4. They're going to lose 5. Complexity. Get baited. Actually, Swindle might live. He does blink away. Okay, they're going to lose 4. Still, Complexity get baited, and Archon absolutely slaughter them with a great Stone Gaze and EMP coming through. That is beautifully done. And another fight goes the way of Archon. And now the net worth advantage is even further ahead. It was once even, roughly 5 minutes ago. Now it's a 5,000 advantage and 7,500 experience lead. And Chessie, who had a great start, gets just destroyed so quickly. They have too much lockdown, too much control. Top lane, Tornado EMP is going to fly. He doesn't have the mana. Now he does to surge away, but the Orchid is still there. Sunstrike, not available, but he does Cold Snap. The Urn will go through, won't kill him. It actually gets pretty close. There's going to be the Fiend's Grip, and it looks like Monkeys should fall here. It's going to be close, tosses up, actually misses. The Brain Sap will get the kill. And so they make a misplay there with Monkeys Forever, trying to get a solo kill up into the Darkseer. He can't kill him quite as fast, and gets punished for it.
Got it.
12 Bloodstone charges per Moo, almost a Blink Dagger. I'm sure that's what he's going to pick up next.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Jo still doesn't have that Scotty yet. He's so close.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And that's really what they're missing out on, aren't they? Track kills. Swindle's going to get caught by Moo, who I think blinked in. Darkness will go for Fluff, and he does have a Midas now, so... Midas, Iron Talon, not sure how I feel about that. I like the Iron Talon choice, but the Midas might be a little bit of overkill. You're not going to get your point booster anytime soon because of that. Rotation, they're looking for Limp. Frozen Sigil, they're going to find Whitebeard, tracks up as well, but here comes the Snowball, and now Monkeys is on the hunt. They've got Orc, and they're going to pop it. Tornado will go. There's going to be the Chakram as well. The Ice Shards will lock him in, and it will be an easy kill. As they're a little bit too out of position, and now Moo has a monster kill and 13 Bloodstone stacks as well. We'll call them charges, I suppose. Back towards bottom, Swindles is going to have a blink and mech at the ready. He still has now his level 2 wall and level 4 vacuum, so he does have the max level that vacuum now. And he can get a good vac wall. Jo now has his completed Scotty. Will he build Manta next? Will he go Butterfly? There's a good chance he just picks up the Manta and gets some extra attack speed. And just like that, it gets even worse for Complexity. Top lane, Z-Freak looking to maybe track up onto Moo. He thought twice about it because if he goes for the track and gets dusted, he's dead. Jim should be coming out soon, but probably not until the Aghanim Scepter. Maybe if Fluff gets an early Jim and then picks the Ags afterward. Cold Snap, he actually gets Orchid too. They have Tornado. No, he's going to use it now. Tornado will fly here in just a moment. Doesn't need it, actually, as the Soul Bird coming out from the Orchid Malevolence will kill him as it expires. Nice play. Ooh, Guardian Greaves not done too. Swindles is very farmed. He's the most farmed hero in the game for Complexity. Chesty is getting close. He's up to 2,000. He still can't get to that SMY, which he will finally pick up here. A blink picked up for the support Tusk. Whitebeard now feeling very good about himself. No mech, though. Will he go that route? So that's one thing they don't have that Complexity does, is the mech. Here we go. Jo going ahead with the split push now. He's actually across the river for the first time in a while, and that's frightening. If you see that, like, that snowy attack modifier, that's going to make you freak out, I think. Like, he is a Scotty now. That is a huge problem, and he does not care really about anything. He's just walking up right now, and he's like, I'm completely fine with this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's going to go ahead and hit the tower a little bit, back away. Now, you have to keep in mind he has 1,264 mana because of this guy giving you all of that health and mana. He's actually very tanky now and almost impossible to deal with, especially if he gets his Stone Gaze off, which is almost going to be level 3, by the way, which gives you 50% bonus physical damage, which is super frightening. And here they go. There's going to be the Toss Avalanche combo, and it's going to go right back, and he's going to pop up the Stone Gaze. He's actually running low on mana. The Phoenix Group will go through, but it gets canceled immediately by the Tornado coming out, and Hans in trouble. The Chakram will bring him down. Now the Orchid on Zeke as well. The Urn will go. Timber Chain will fly through. He will die to the Soul Bird, and the buyback coming in from Hanskin, and now Swindle's looking for something. He's got the wall. He's got Vacuum, but he's going to chase after Jo instead, who will try to phase away. He's not that fast, however. He's losing a lot of mana as we speak. Now he'll try to TP up with the Vacuum back, and the Knight will go as well, and it looks like Jo might die for the first time in this game, and he will do so. Good buyback and Complexity keep their tier 2 tower alive, and they finally find a good fight. And I guess Jo's just not that tanky yet. And they will take Roche off the back end of this. Complexity might turn this game around. That gives them 1,000 gold. Sure, they have to buy back up onto the Bane, but they don't get any track kills. That could have been way better. 829 gold going the way of Chessie. And not only that, but it'll grab the Aegis more than likely. Dead for 39 seconds is Jo, and this is not a good fight, really. The smoke up. Uh-oh. Roche is low, but not low enough. And I like this Smoke of Deceit. They're going to rotate into Tusk as well. They don't even need Jo. They pop the Guardian Groups. Here comes the Tornado. And Limp, as well as 3 others, or 2 others, will get caught in the EMP. They're going to have to avoid it. The Nightmare will fly through, but there's the wall placed up as well. Chessie, Chakram will fly. He's going to come in. They get the Orchid off on time, and it's on the Limp. The Snowball comes through as well. Warrior's Punch will fly. Can they get this kill? They get the Chakram off as well as the Rolling Death. Limp is so low, but still alive as they've lost the Invoker. They want Swindles, and they've almost taken him down as well. And Jo is back up from 2. Track will go through, and Swindles will somehow be able to surge himself away. There's the silence. The Void will go through, but they just can't get a kill here. Z-Freak is here in the tree line, by the way. Roche is still very low. Z-Freak, did they see that? They know that he's there. They dust. Z-Freak's gonna fall again. He'll try to TP. There is no way you're getting out alive here, my friend, and that's a godlike spree for Moo. They're gonna go ahead and take Roche. Everyone's still regenning. This is the perfect time for it. Jo doesn't do that much damage, but it should be enough here. This is going to give them the Aegis. They'll TP back in. It's going to be Chessie here. Lip has got to get in with the blink, but he's not even close. Very close to his Ags, and this is going to be taken down by somebody. Who is it going to be? Jump in, toss, avalanche combo. Jo pops up the Stone Gaze. The Warrior's Punch coming out. Lip in trouble. They get the Aegis, and Jo will get the job done. Still on the low ground. The Phoenix Grip will fly. Here's the Sunstrike hitting onto Hanskin. It misses. He's out of mana now. Chessie will get away. The Scotty coming through. The Nightmare is up on a moon, and it doesn't matter. On the other side, anything else happening? Snowball coming through. Chessie's low, and here comes Monkeys. The Hero grab the kill. They're still chasing after Hanskin. He picks up an Invis rune, and he actually might survive. What a bloodbath this was. Uh-oh, Fluff. gonna fall. The TP's gonna come out. He actually might make it away. Ice Shards. Tornado doesn't connect in time. Beautifully done from Hanskin. Sunstrike not in the position. Literally just an inch shorter, and it would have been a kill. Fight recap. That's not the one we want. Look at this little fish hook right here. 5,000 net worth advantage. Go with the wave Archon, and they get it back up after that Roche fight. Yeah, with an Aegis now is a little bit more tanky, a little more survivable, obviously, with the Aegis. And Moo is still godlike. He's died once this game. It was early on. He has 17 bloodstone charges. His respawn will not be immediate, but it will be very, very quick. And it looks like he's going to be going for perhaps Force Staff. Fuels probably is another good option for him, I think, just to stop TP scrolls. And he already has Blink. He could even go for Hex, for God's sakes. I mean, you have plenty of farm as it is. The Invoker will be picking up a point booster for more than likely an Aghanim Scepter, but he's kind of a far away from that. Limp is almost the full Ags now. He's actually a couple hundred gold away, not that much. They see this courier. Surge forward, the point booster. They might have to. They don't have the speed booster. The surge forward, and Z-Free can't catch this. That was a little bit of lag I got just right there. And Fluff will make his way into the Aghanim Scepter. Bots in move. They're going to work on this tier 2 tower again, which is slow. They've got Cliff. Top lane is where Complexity are. They're going to back up and look to TP out and maybe defend this. Perseverance for Medusa, looking for the Lincoln Sphere, I think.
Middle tower has fallen.
TP's back home, and here comes the tier 3 push. Jado's just going to sit on the high ground. He's going to not stop the split shot, which really bothers me. Just turn your split shot off, Jo. That is very inefficient. He doesn't have the most mana in the world right now, which is a bit disconcerting. Jump in, Avalanche will go. Toss doesn't go in time. There's going to be the Stone Gaze. The Tornado EMP will fly, and now they're going to find more. There's the Deafening Blast flying through, and Lip's going to go down to the Chalkman. It looks like Good Nightmare will keep him alive, and actually he's speedy, gets surged away. He should have died there, but a very, very good surge keeping him alive after the Nightmare coming in from Hanskin. And so the tier 3 push will stop just short, as it's only done a little bit of damage here. Moo up into Yule Scepter, as I figured it would be. I mean, really, you're not going to go for like a Dagon or anything, let's be honest here. It's not that easy. It's not that hard of a, you know, a call to make. Shadowblade for Whitebeard. I like that choice. Monkeys is actually only 800 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter. The Yule's is done. Jo is... He could buy the recipe, or he could buy the Ultimate Orb. And then he'll still have to wait a couple hundred gold before he can get up to that Lincoln Sphere. What is good against Lincoln's here? Or what is Lincoln's good against, rather? I guess the Fiend's Grip, huh? Yeah. Static Link, but, yeah. Track might go. That would have been nice. Look at all those wards, by the way, on the Radiant side. Let's look at the items real quick while we've got a moment here. So there's the axe done for Limp. Swindle has picked up the Blink Dagger. Well, I mean, we've already seen that a long time ago. He actually picked up a cloak, I think. Hanskin has this casual cloak as well. A lot of casual cloaks, in fact, 3 of them. Bottom tower is going to get split pushed down. The Tornado will come through and Limp can blink away, but instead he's just going to sidestep the Tornado and continue to hit tower. And that's it. That's an easy free tier 2 that Complexity just get for nothing, essentially. And they're going to find Monkeys, too. He just bought his axe tossed back, and he's in trouble. These Grip will come out, and he's dead. He has no bite. He's down for 60 seconds. What a fight. Jo might have to back up as well. Gets tracked up, but he wants to clear the creep wave before it hits the tower. I think that's fair. And Jo is just about 300 gold away from his Lincoln Sphere. And really, the Fiend's Group will not be utilized that much anymore, assuming that the Lincoln Sphere does not get popped by something like a Force Staff, which they don't have. They have no forces. Could get popped by, let's say, a Nightmare, Static Link. So there's still some things you can do. Aegis is reclaimed right as he picked up the Lincoln Sphere. He's now got 2,000 HP and 1,500 mana, so he has plenty of stats to keep him up and alive. As before, maybe with just the Scotty, it wasn't going to be enough. The Manta still should be next. Butterfly should be after that, and that's when you get really scary as Medusa. Those three items, the Manta, Scotty, and Butterfly, are what you really need to start being a speed demon. Aghanim Scepter picked up for Darkseer. Chakra misses from Mu. Good surge away. No ward there. They kind of, I think, just surged at the same time. So, yeah, he puts it up, and he's not going to be very happy. So yeah, Aghanim Scepter, and with a level 3 ulti, let's see here. Let's, I think 110%, no, 140% replica damage increase. And replica damage of 90%. Which is very frightening. If you get Jo, that's a very good wall. God, 90%? Holy crap, I do not want to deal with that if I'm Archon. Obviously, Mu's not a big deal. The Invoker is kind of, sort of a big deal, but it's really, if Jo is if he gets put in the wall, that's kind of frightening. It's very good if there's like a Viper on the other team. Like Viper or, who else? I'm sure there's other heroes. Look at this Alacrity go to work for. This tier 2 tower is easily killed. No glyph used, obviously, because they want to keep it for a tier 3 push, which is inevitable. Once down bottom lane, is going to try to go ahead and push this up, but Mu just destroys that creep wave and illusion set quickly. Now with his 17 Bloodstone charges. Roche is not up anytime soon, at least not that I know of. They're going to just go ahead and clear out this creep wave, and Alacrity is just so strong. There's the BKB now done for Chessie, and I still don't think they actually have the damage to bring down some of these heroes if they get BKBs. Like, Mu doesn't do enough, or not Mu, Jo doesn't do enough, and Mu does all magical damage, so, you know, the spell immunity is going to be a very strong item coming out for Complexity. He also picked up a Staff of Wizardry, I think. No, it's a point booster now. Octarine? Yeah, I like it. It's a ward there, by the way. They have a gem? No. They do now. Mu buys one. Sell that wand, maybe get your point booster. I don't really know. Z-Freak sort of baiting down bottom. There's a good Observer ward, which might very well. There's the Walrus Punch. The gem's out as well. And that is a dead Z-Freak. I thought that maybe Limp would jump in and they would get that gem, but that would have been very, very frightening. And they're going to take this this one down as well. Iron Talent, baby. Alright, when's Roche up? Max Roshan respawn duration. Dear Lord. Not sure who that benefits. Probably not Archon. What did he buy? Mansa, okay. He's actually just got it now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
If they get an AC, I'm pretty sure Complexity are in an okay spot. Right? Like, armor reduction wise, you could actually shoot through Mu a bit easier. Get through those reactive armor stacks.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're looking for him anyway. No ward here for the Radiant team, but they do see Chessie walk right behind it, right in front of that tower. The AC's now done. Chance is coming through. Oh, that's the Dire Courier. I was like, wait, what? Ooh, that tornado. Almost right on point. I mean, they should know that there's a ward here now, but it is expiring. It's down at 27 seconds, so who cares? Alright, there's the Aghanim Scepter. It's game time now for Archon. He could have had this like 10 minutes earlier had he not gone for the Midas, but I'm not going to complain about it. It's time for smoke, baby. Drop the gem down, give it to monkeys or Fluff or something like that. And drop your stick, Fluff, drop your stick. Instead, he drops a TP scroll, I think, or a smoke or something. It was a smoke indeed. They're waiting on the rest of their crew to come through, as it's time to take over Roche and maybe get a fight before the Roshan does happen. They'll smoke up, they'll get Jo to farm this mid. They'll head to the jungle, they won't find anything. Fluff, of course, still has that Aghanim Scepter up. Sunstrike will go into the pit. They won't find it. Meanwhile, Complexity are down bottom. They will see Olympus here. Will they make a move to the pit, or will they make a move down to the area of the bottom of the map? They actually just lost the ward. They should have noticed that. Complexity are going to consolidate, smoke themselves up, and look for a backstab. Oh, they might have to just TP back home. That's
Dire's
not
middle
good.
tower is under attack.
They're going to lose this tier 3. They really want to go for this backstab, though, and they're going to be right out in front. They'll see Limp. They have the ward there, and Whitebeard has to back away. They'll get the toss avalanche combo onto Boo, but he's fine. BKB will go. Swindle's going to jump in. Back wall onto 4. And now they're going to do some work here, but Chessie getting right-click down. The Stone Gate's going through. That's going to be the static link. It'll outrun it here. Anybody dead yet? No. Fluff's low. So is Moo. Moo has to get out. That's really bad. Now here's the Fiend's Grip, and they might lose Jo. He's in trouble, but he does get out of it as the Walrus Punch came through. He gets enough mana back, and Jo's still in trouble. They're going to snowball him and keep him alive, and Lip is so close to bringing him down, but they're going to lose Jo. Almost certainly, and now this is a bad fight. The Chakram going through. No buyback up ready for Jo, and Whitebeard's in trouble. Gets right-click down the Iron Shell. Double kill for Swindle. Here's the Tornado EMP combo. Won't grab the kill, but it's going to get close on Z-Freak. It's just too much damage coming out, especially with that back wall. The Aghanim Scepter is dirty. As soon as that is dropped, you have to back. And now this is Roche. Picked up for Complexity. They are still in this, baby. They're ready to fight. 55 seconds for Jo to respawn. No buyback if he just bought that missile. Sunstrike will go, and how confident are they feeling? Do they want to try to fight this? They have Moo. It's a 3 versus 4, essentially. They'll send in a Forge Spirit. There's the axe now done for Moo. He wants to be able to carry this game on his own. He'll be able to do so. He's pushing out bottom. Will they try to fight this? They saw that the Roche is still pretty tanky. Z-Freak up for the high ground. The Void's going to come through, and he did not expect this. There's the vac. He missed the Chakram. Will grab the kill. EMP's going to go through. Chessie does it. He does have his BKB. He will avoid the EMP. Now jumping Mux is in trouble. The combo will fly through, and it gets destroyed. BKB flying. There's the Aghanim Scepter. Lip is still up and ready to go. Static link away. Can they get something out of this? There's the Eye of the Storm. Moo's looking to go back in, and Chessie's BKB almost done. There's the Yule that comes out. Fluff will barely live. Now can they get both of these kills? The Chakram, it's not enough, and Moo has to do this all on his own. The Nightmare comes out. They cannot get out of here. There's the Timber Chain away. The gem is picked up by Swindle. They cannot afford to lose this. They will Walrus Punch him. He's getting slowed. The Ice Shards will keep him up. Vacuum. Not to the high ground. And Swindle might die here. Is it enough? The snowball will go through. They get the gem back. And Jo is alive. And Roche is still ripe for the taking. Another fight in the Roche pit. And Complexity cannot get it done. They keep Chessie alive, however, but they continue to use his BKB charges like there is no tomorrow. And there is 22 Bloodstones taxed for Moo, which is also pretty insane. And look how quickly this falls. There's no way they can contest for the Aegis. And again, Jay will grab it. This time, no cheese just yet, but they're getting close.
Top tower is under attack.
Top tier 2, not deny range yet. One more siege creep hit and we'll do the job. Deny that bad boy. Moo, don't do it. No. Go deny. BKB still at 8 seconds, but he does have 4,000 gold now. But Jay continues to get strong. He'll sell his Ring of Aquila and buy a Demon Edge for what is more than likely going to be... I don't really know if he needs an MKB. But Daedalus is frightening as all hell. He's going to go to the high ground. He pops the Mansa. Here comes Lip. Jumped in. Jay loses pretty much no health. Pops the Alacrity back up to fuse to regen. Tornado will come through on it too. They're really looking for this Rax, and they're about to take it. They're going to get zoned out. EMP puts them at no mana. Chessie is about to die. Gets forced forward. Not what he wanted. There's going to be the Enfeeble up onto Jail. They pop the Ice Wall as well. They need to take that melee Rex, and they're not. They back up. They just need to hit it like 2 more times. And there it goes. Lincoln Sphere is broken. They'll take down that melee Rax. And now Archon are at a great spot. They'll back away. They don't need to go for the ranged. It's time to just play a bit more passively. If there's one thing you want to avoid right now, it is the Starkseer. The Vac Wall combo is too damn good. If you get a Shiva's on top of that, that's a game-losing type of fight. 2.9k gold for the Tiny. Buyback status, that's not what I wanted. Only 1 on the Radiant squad, which is of course Moo, and then 3 on the Dire. But if anybody on Radiant dies, they are still in a lot of trouble. I mean, this Tiny can push down and get base real quick. Jayo's actually 139 away. Fluff's not too far off as well. And, well, Monkeys, he's got 4 minutes before he can get his buyback up. And Monkeys has not had the best game, really, at all. Squats, Wex, and Invoker has actually gotten destroyed in a lot of these fights. He's been sitting on Orchid and Aghanims for probably the entire game. Luckily enough, though, Moo is actually just an amazing player, and he's actually just owning. If they can get this BKB down even further for Chessie, an 8-second duration down to 5, they win this game pretty handily, I think. I think the Tiny will probably go for BKB next himself to avoid a lot of that damage coming out from Moo, but I'm not sure. If he was going to go for Daedalus, he'd probably not buy the Demon Edge first. He would buy the Chrysalis first. I'm not sure why I thought that. It is going to be an MKB, so I'm kind of an idiot, but whatever. I'd be very surprised to see JO buy a Daedalus right now. Nobody has a Halberd, nobody has a Butterfly, but the damage is still going to be really nice. Tier 3 tower getting absolutely solid. Here's the Avalanche, toss back, Tornado coming in. Now the Fiend's Grip flies through. They have to cold snap, they'll jump in, and they'll save him. There comes a Blink and the Snowball save coming through as well, and Hans can barely live. The EMP flying through, the walls up, and now Whitebeard, look how much damage he's taking from that illusion. Now the Stone Gaze is going to go Vacuum Wall again. The Refresher, is this the fight? Swindle actually gets stunned up as well. He's got no mana, but he still stays alive. One on each side down. Now Chessie is low, but Jo still has that Aegis fluff. Trying to go toe-to-toe. Will lose the gem, and the Aegis is now gone. Moo will not go back. It'll pop the Chakram as well. Toss Avalanche going, and Jo is actually just destroying everyone. He gets a double for Swindle, and still Jo continues to chase. Moo has to actually look for him and has backs away. Swindle's going to go ahead and surge himself out. They can blink and look for a Yules. He's got it. He gets it off in time. They're going to use the double Chakram. Is it enough? They'll be back, and it's another kill going the way of Moo. He keeps this game in favor of Archon, despite all of that happening. The double Vac Wall Refresher Orb actually just owned that fight. That's not what I'm looking for. And Tier 3 Tower Bottom stays alive. So they know this is up now. They know that they've got a Refresher to deal with on Swindle Bounce. And how do you deal with that? Well, for one, you're going to want to have buyback. And buyback for Jo is 800 gold away. There is a Manta style for Limp, which is interesting. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe avoiding some stuff. But they have to Nightmare and Enfeeble these illusions to kill them. Somebody else bought an interesting item a second ago, I think, besides that Manta style. Zephyr gets a 4th step, which is very good against the Blinket Sphere. Whitebeard is working on an Assault Cuirass, it looks like, or Shiva's Guard, but I think Assault Cuirass is probably the better idea, as there is a lot of armor reduction. So Whitebeard got destroyed in that fight, right? He's like, okay, that illusion's hitting me for 4 million damage. And this Darkseer, Swindle is actually just keeping his team in it right now. Chessie and Limp, they're getting what they need to do done, but it's still really tough. There's now a Scythe up on the Timbersaw. His GPM is sitting at 542. His net worth is actually second to Jo. But this is an excellent performance. He's died once. He's got 24 Bloodstone charges. And he'll buy another gem for his team. For fluff and stuff probably to carry around. Tense game. Complexity are certainly not out of it by any stretch. Jo continues to farm towards his buyback. They are all going to the well. They're like, there's nowhere safe to smoke. We're going to smoke in our well. They're going to smoke right under their Tier 3 towers where they're going to smoke. Invoker will TP back home, and he'll join the fun in just a moment here. And another smoke coming out. It looks like Hanskin will grab it and head top and look for a kill onto the Invoker, but that's not actually going to be the case. Monkeys is going to buy a Blink, and he's going to Ghost Walk and just get to his team here in a moment. Get that ward down from Whitebeard. Kill that ward with the Iron Town from Fluff. Oh, they know. I think they know. As soon as that ward went down, they know. They turned. Oh, Swindles. He's going to get spotted. They're going to jump in. They missed the Warriors punch. The X will come out. There's going to be the double Chakram. Can they get this kill? Yes, absolutely they can. And that's a huge pickup. He does have buyback, and they're going to go straight into the base. Complexity are just walking the wrong way. This Rage Rex should die here. They have Glyph. I don't think they're going to use it. Not for this Rex anyway. They back up, and the creep will kill it. Down bottom, the Tier 3 tower. Fluff's going to work. They are going to have to use this buyback on Darkseer at some point. He's their initiator, though, besides maybe the Tiny. Lincoln Sphere, there's the buyback. They have to get out now. There's the Fiend's Grip coming through as well. They do get off that Fiend's Grip to make sure that, okay, it's not good. No wall coming through. The Tornado comes out. Beautifully timed the Snowball as well, and Swiddles gets pushed back. Chasey still pops the BKB. There's the wall. They take right onto Jo. That's what they need. Deafening Blast will come through. Limp in trouble. Hex up as well. Orchid now. coL snapped up. Will he die? No, it looks like another vacuum wall coming out. And JO's low. He'll fall. He's got 90 seconds left before he can respawn. He does have buyback. Now the snowball away. Chakram will come through. Will Moo jump back into the fray is the question. Everyone's pretty low for complexity, but Whitebeard will fall. They keep the gem up and alive. They need a TP out or just run in general. And they will make it away. Tracks up on Fluff. He's in trouble. Tornado comes out as he looked for that avalanche. He still has it. He's going to grab it on the Fluff. The toss back will fly, and that's another gem that is going to be lost. They force out the buyback from the Darkseer. There's no buyback for Fluff or Whitebeard, but 45 seconds is not that long. Roche respawn is a minute from now, which is really unfortunate because everyone will be alive for Archon. As Darkseer is doing his damnedest. 49 minutes in. This has been the best game I've seen so far of this tournament, at least for the American regions. Even that 70-minute game was not as good as this because it was really just NA-to-Mage farming, let's be honest. There's still buyback for Jo. He'd rather not use it. And it's time to contest Roche. They have vision of some of these heroes surrounding, or rather at the Ancient Stack. They don't see the guy in the pit, which is, of course, Hanskin. 35 seconds for respawn, and everyone will be up for Archon. But I don't think Complexity can afford another Roche to go the way of Archon. They cannot afford Jo to have another Aegis. They cannot afford Moo to have whatever he wants. He is maxed out. Maybe sell your Rule Scepter, but I don't know for what. And there's the respawn coming in 4 seconds. Don't smoke on this ward, please. They don't have a gem. Oh god, this is miserable. They're gonna smoke on this ward. I see it happening.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They have a Forge Spirit in there. Mid is getting pushed in. Sunstrike went, I think, just to stop the push, but that's not gonna. Oh, here we go. They're in the pit now. And I think Team Complexity know it. Well, they are pushing mid now, and it looks like Tiny's just gonna go for the tier 3. He should go for the tier 3. This Roche is not dying nearly as fast as they'd like it. Oh, they have a refresher now for the Razor. The double Eye of the Storm coming out, and more importantly, the double BKB as he has the Scotty now ready to go as well. This could be another game-winning item here. That's it. Aegis will be taken up by Jo. The Cheese will be taken by Monkey's River, and they will get out scot-free. And they're just wondering, what do we have to do to win this game? Complexity are thinking, oh god, how are we supposed to do this exactly? Gem is up in 4 minutes and 30 seconds, so I don't know if they want to fight with this Aegis because they don't have Gem. And Bounty Hunter could kind of be a nuisance. Losing those 2 gems was really, 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 really bad. Well, they see the courier, but Moo is picking up a Shiva's Guard now. He says, forget my Yules, sell that crap, get bots 2 in Shiva's Guard. He actually is very low in money, not that it matters. He doesn't need buyback. His respawn time is almost instant. Maybe not now. That tier 3 tower is not alive anymore, but they have full health in the ranged and melee racks. Ward's going to drop down to give them some vision. They do not have Moo. He does have Boots of Travel, and he is going to go ahead and TP in. Here comes the Alacrity. They might be forcing this too early. I'm not sure. They popped the Link already. Limp will not be able to blink in now as the split shot goes. The Tornado is going to head up as well, and that'll just push him back EMP. Trying to force out the BKBs. That's not going to be the case. Jo is going to still have that split shot just to avoid and make sure that if anybody tries to jump in, they get hit up with a split shot. Track will go again. Keep up with that Lincoln Sphere. There's going to be the Lotus Orb. Ooh, that's really sexy. But it will not save him from a back wall. And there it's going to go. Back wall number 1. And now it's time to back Forces away. Limp looking for a toss avalanche, but definitely Blast will go, and Jayo's still alive. It's time to back away, but they do get the Fiend's Grip off, and there's going to be a Refresh Orb coming through. They actually snowball up. He's going to be the Lotus Orb. Jayo might lose his first life here, and they will. Limp now in trouble. He's actually going to get hexed up. The Shiva's Guard will go. Moves out, Nightmared up. He gets Nightmared. They turn around on the Limp. There's going to be the Stone Gates coming through, and Chessie is in trouble. He cannot afford to die here. Does he have buyback? Absolutely not, and he will survive. They cannot get the stun. Will they go back up to the high ground? Chessie has to regen up as well as Limp, and here comes Jayo. They're going to have to use the Glyph now. They have another back wall. They might have to use it here. The split shot range Rax is going to go down. Back wall again. Onto Fluff this time. And that's it. No wall was used, but the vacuum is now on cooldown. The double chakram will fly through, and it's time to back. Got the range Rax to blink away. Tornado will go. Moon's going to back out. EMP, nicely done. They actually meant to dodge it. That was pretty cool from Limp. Jayo is actually, he's kind of in a bad spot, but he's okay. Buys the Eagle Song, still has plenty for buyback currently. He's waiting to get that Butterfly. No MKBs up in this game. It's taking forever, dear lord. I love it though, it's a lot of fun. Daedalus now coming up for the Tiny. That is a game-winning item if I've ever seen one. They're going to run straight down mid. There's no buyback for Fluff. He's dead for 30. Butterfly's picked up. Jayo doesn't have buyback now. Oh dear god. If they kill Jayo, this game's over. Why did he buy the Butterfly? They know the push is coming. They should. Fluff's up in 20. They can take this rack so damn fast with the Salt Cuirass Mantis style for Limp, but will they go top for the tier 2 instead? It looks like no. They will not. They want to even out the racks right now. Jayo might be a little too far up. This is a bait. He's walking so far up, but he seems very confident. Uh-oh. Tornado's going to come through. Z-Freak will force himself away. Ice Showers won't connect. He barely sidesteps it, and he will make it away. Is that a cheese? Did he just eat his cheese? Why did he just eat his cheese? Why did he just eat his cheese? He just ate the cheese. Oh, Monkey's just fat-fingered his cheese, I'm pretty sure, unless he was low in health, but I don't think that was the case. God, that's the most ridiculous thing. They caught Tonskin. There's the Tornado. They don't have a gem. They do have sentries. Chakram will go, and he's donezo. Does have buyback. It's not the biggest kill in the world. I mean, it's a support. And Jayo is now 1,714 gold away from buyback. His bounty will help him a little bit. They're going to keep going bottom for some reason. I don't think that's the right play, but whatever. They're just they really want to finish this game off. Oh god, and this is KB for Swindle now too, and he has his full arsenal up and ready to go. They want to finish off this Pyrax. Ice Shard will go. Limp will have his blink put on cooldown with the Port Spirits. Alacrity up on these illusions. Tornado comes out again. We're just doing some decent damage. Double Chakram. Limp actually has to get surged away.
Radiant's top tower.
Who's the top tier 2 for nothing, by the way? That was pretty nifty. A tense game, to be sure. Oh, come on, monkeys. It's probably not his fault. Didn't he DC in the beginning, too? I mean, I'm sure I know what the reason is, but... Alright, I'm going to talk with you guys because we're paused. All right, so let's see. Net worth is actually back down to 8,000, and which is nothing at a 57-minute game. Swindle Mounds continues to be one of the top in net worth. The biggest issue is the Bounty Hunter as well as the Bane are not really, throwing their weight around. They don't have the money to work with. They actually just can't do anything. Whereas you have Fluff, who is an Aghanim Scepter, so anytime it's nighttime, which is pretty much, off cooldown for darkness, you're going to have really good vision and really bad vision for complexity. Whitebeard has a Lotus Orb, Blink, as well as a Glimmer Cape. I mean, they have plenty of farm here on their supports, and it's going to stay that way. Monkeys will TP back to the top lane. Jay will walk with the rest of his crew and continue to inevitably get to that buyback area. And Limp will finally get the BKB. Monkeys will do the same. And Moo now has to deal with a 10-second BKB duration and a refresher BKB coming out from the Razor. Complexity are playing this as best they can. Buyback status, still 900 gold for the Dusa. It actually just got more. Now it's down to 600 at the very least. Aghanims is done for the Razor. If they win a fight, they will take base, and they are going for it right now. Complexity, they've smoked up. They're going to have Z-Freak leading the way. He's got the track ready to go. Observer Ward on the ground. They're sitting right next to it. Darkness could have gotten popped. Archon seems to know that there's something amiss as people are missing on the map. He's sunstruck somewhere. I'm not sure where, but it doesn't matter. The smoke will dissipate. There is no Observer Ward, and it looks like Archon will now be the ones to try to go for something here. They'll pop up the gem. They get up the darkness, and they're going to head up and look for a couple of heroes. Fluff is going to be a little further away, and they actually won't see this Observer Ward in time. They actually caught Chessie. The Ice Shards are going to come in Complexity. They're thinking about fighting and turning, and they decided against it now as they'll lose that Observer Ward here. J.O. is a little out of the area. Chessie pops the BKB. Fluff's going to Glimmer Cape away. J.O. is in trouble. He's going to have to Stone Gaze now. The BKB is down. He's going to refresh. There's the Eye of the Storm number 2. BKB will fly. Left vacuum in. There's the wall. J.O.'s in trouble. Does he have buyback? No. Fiend's Grip comes out. J.O. is going to fall. Dead for 95. And they lose a fight, and more than likely the game now. Moo is going to have to do this all on his own. Back at the base, the Mega Creeps, the range going to work. Hanskid is taking a lot of damage, but the mid-push will now commence. Luckily, there's no creeps in base. Buyback status-wise, how much is he missing? 269 gold. They get this Rax, and he's able to buy back. Sadly, they're not that lucky. They'll keep going down, but he might not even have to buy back. I may have spoke too soon. They've actually rotated 2 back as Swindles is down here. Roche is going to respawn at 6, and it might be better for Complexity to head back into Roche. This is a frightening stage because even if J.O. doesn't die there, he doesn't do nearly enough damage. He has an MKB instead of a Daedalus. He now has a Butterfly, but he cannot 1v5 them. Ice Wall will go. J.O.'s up in 34. No buyback still. If he can get a couple of last hits after coming back in, I'm sure he'll be pretty happy. Tornado will go. They try to equip the Creep Wave. Eye of the Storm, Aghanim Scepter now going to work. They really need to maybe just let this one go. EMP, double Chakram. This is one on Chessie, but he's going to get surged away. They can't really push. Shivas is going to go, and Moo is now going to get tossed back. He's in trouble. Avalanche will go. He is instant respawn. He gets pushed away with the Force Staff. Fluff's going to go back in. Deuce is still up in 6 seconds. They're going to take the Tier 3 back now. The BKBs are down. Can they chase this? Moo's going to go ahead and blink up towards the top lane, and they'll keep it alive. And he doesn't even have to die here and still has 26 frickin' stacks of that Bloodstone. And J.O.'s back alive. Buyback status, 500 gold away now. Roche is up. They can Sunstrike it, but they don't have Monkeys up for 40. It would be a 4 versus 5 engagement. But they don't have BKBs for both Chessie and Limp. If they get there now, they can take this fight, but Archon aren't going to go for it. They know this is happening, and Roche is falling very quickly, and I don't think they can take this fight before Roche is going to go down. They need to get everybody there. They don't have the Tornado EP, but here comes Moo. Maybe they do have what it takes. And Roche is almost certainly going to die by the time they get into that pit. Buff Looking for it. The BKB will get popped up, and there's the Aegis going their way. Somebody's got to take it here. Cheese is dropped as well. Aegis is still in that pit. They want to secure it for Swindles, it looks like, and that's going to be the case. And if Monkeys had not died, there's a good chance they can take that fight. And maybe even secure themselves an Aegis. Probably the game if they kill a couple of heroes. Jo now does not have his buyback still for 70 gold. No, do not take that farm fluff. That is his. Now there's the buyback. Speaking of buyback, everybody has it on Dire side. Complexity, despite being a racks and a half down, do not want to be denied. And Mu is trying his damnedest to carry this team. He now has 5,000 gold, more than enough for buyback, plus an extra item on top of it. I don't even know what you go for. Do you go BKB? Because, like, that might not be a bad idea. I think you still need Blink for sure. Obviously, keep your Bloodstone, you keep your Hex, you keep your bots. Maybe you might actually be able to put your bots away, pop BKB, and then get him back. Is Fluff going to cut the creep wave? You do not want to lose this gem. He does not have a TP scroll. What is he doing? I don't know that he's there, thankfully. This is such a bad spot to be in, though. Oh, my lord. Dude, Limp is like on his ass right now. He doesn't even know it either. He's gonna walk out and he's gonna see Limp here in a moment. Uh-oh. 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 Limp gets hexed up. Shiva's guard's gonna go. They're gonna pop the Void as well. Double chakrams. He has to pop the BKB. He'll try to TP out. He will. Looks like he's going to make it away. Craggy went. They just didn't have the damage with those two heroes, but another BKB charge is forced. It's down to 7 now. Top lane, Monkeys is dead as hell. He needs to blink away immediately. What is he doing? Wow, he actually missed the nightmare. Monkeys should have died there. He played that so bad. God. 4.9k now for Jo, still with 2,000 surplus. There's a ward there on the high ground. Fluff has not spotted it with that Gem of True Sight. Now Complexity will walk down and look for another fight that they maybe could grab. Monkeys will split push top lane while this is all happening. He does have Forge Spirits now, and he is still working only on level 19. There's the Ice Shards coming through. It'll actually block up the Bane, who's maybe looking for a Fiend's Grip. Aegis will expire in 2 minutes, which Swindle has. He also has 6k in net worth. I think you get Shiva's next. I'm pretty sure. I don't think you get. He might go Hex actually for Swindle. That might be the way, because there's no BKB up on the Medusa. I think Jo probably should have just gone like Daedalus instead of MKB, but I don't even know why I went for MKB. There's nobody with mischance on this team, right? Nobody has mischance whatsoever. There's AC, there's an SNY, there's no mischance, not that I see. So I don't know why I went at KB in particular, but whatever. I guess more consistent damage. I just think Daedalus is probably a better choice. Alacrity on the Forge Spirit. We've hit the 65-minute mark of this game, and I wanted to work out too. That ain't happening. Jesus. I talked about late game. Boy, is it late. This split push is devastating for Complexity. God, they can't deal with it whatsoever. Can you imagine if they had an IO this game? Oh, Lord, would they be feeling a lot better than they are now. I almost feel like Jo does need a BKB because back wall does nothing, really, if you have the BKB. Like, you just pop your BKB and you hit the racks for like 10 seconds and you're fine. What can they do to you? They can static lick you, they can maybe Fiend's Grip you, but you have a Lincoln Sphere. They can maybe toss you. Who cares? Like, BKB is such a good choice. He bought something, I think. He bought a Demon Edge. He's going MK, or he's going Daedalus. Actually, he might go Rapier, which is fine too. I'm actually so okay with the Rapier. But I do think BKB is an item choice he should think about in the future and maybe sell something else. I think you need all these items except obviously your phase can get dropped for bots, but Scotty's pretty good. There's the Aegis Reclamation. They still have cheese up, and that is on who exactly? The bounty hunter. They'll probably give it up to Swindle. They get the Hex up. They were waiting for Limp. There's the Ice Shard. They can maybe get a Snowball, not in time. Limp pops the BKB. The Walrus Punch will go. Avalanche flies. The rest of their squad is coming, and Whitebeard just kills himself on the Tiny. That was a terrible effort. They need, like, 3 heroes. And for some reason, Monkeys continues just not in the right place, I feel like. Or, I don't know. Maybe it was just like, okay, we can kill him with 2. We can kill him with Moon Whitebeard. But that, like... I know what they were trying to do with the lockdown coming in. But it's so difficult. They forced another BKB charge. I guess that's not that bad with 6 seconds now. I mean, that's pretty good. This one illusion's going all the way in. Dude, what do you buy now on Razor? Did he buy something? He has bots, I guess. That's it. I think he might have just bought bots and Shiva's guard for Swindle like I talked about. Yeah, that makes sense. Is it a Rapier for Jo, though? He has a Demon Edge. He's going to send the courier out, and, well, that'll just be wards for fluff. So Rapier, he has enough to buy it, but 3,800, nope, it's Daedalus. And he has 360 some odd for buyback left. So actually, he just needs to farm a creep, and then, I don't know what he sells here. Do you just drop the... What, exactly? Oh, he's got 1,000 away from him. He dropped his Lincoln Sphere. That's kind of dangerous. I understand, though. I would have done the same thing. They can, if they don't Lincoln Sphere on anybody else, they could pop it up on him every time. If only you could use it on the courier. Oh, that would be amazing. 68 minutes in, and this game is showing no signs of stopping. Another Roche, perhaps? It'll be, I think, the 6th one. Might be the 5th. I'm not sure. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. He should be dead. Oh, he got the vacuum! Oh, my God, the Tornado. He's got Blink. He's going to Ghost Walk out. They have the gem on somebody. Monkeys is blinking 3. Avalanche will go. They actually just barely hit it. The Iron Shell sticking right next to him. They toss up, and they're looking for him. They won't find him. He's going to blink forward. He's going to blink further into the tree line. I'll try to TP out. He actually will make it away. That was way scarier than it should have been, but actually Whitebeard is kind of in a bad spot. Forcing himself out was Fluff as well. He's heading out. There's a darkness. Meanwhile, top lane is getting split push yet again. And Moo is just looking to get into that tier 3 tower. But down bottom, here we go. The push is coming in from Complexity. They've had enough of this, at least for now. They might back here pretty soon. Tornado's going to come in. It's going to hit on the Limp. I mean, it's really just clearing out the creep wave. That's all it's doing. Holy wow. Okay. Just buy a Dagon level 5. I'm down for that. If they can lock somebody down quickly enough, they can easily burst him with a Dagon 5. Actually, only under 800 burst damage, but still. Refresh Orb's gonna go there. There's gonna be the Dagon pop. They force him in. He has to pop the BKB. There's gonna be the Scotty going. The Glimmer Cape. The Sunstrike. It's just enough. The Stone Gaze. Hot's getting in trouble as well as Z-Freak. They get the cheese. They popped it down. They dropped it for Jesse, but he just leaves it behind. They're going to lose 2 heroes. They almost lost a 3rd as Jesse will go ahead and TP away. He makes it out. Holy crap. They just gave a cheese away for nothing. I actually was thinking about that. I was like, what if they just drop the cheese and they give it to somebody else? Oh my. Oh, he actually, the Bane got it. Okay. Ooh. Somehow the Bane got it. All right. Well, then it's not as bad, but Roche is up. It's time to go. And Complexity are going to lose yet another Aegis to Archon. God, this Razor's so tanky too, and he just takes that one burst, he gets forced forward, and he almost dies to the Chakram. That is frightening. Gem is dropped, they're gonna pick it up. The cheese is for Monkeys Forever now with his Boots of Travel and up to 4,000 gold. Blink is on his stash for Moose, so he can't jump in, but at this point, the game is so close that it's really not a a game of jumping in or jumping out with a blink dagger. It's a game of killing people as fast as you possibly can, and I like the choice. And here we go. With an Aegis, Jay will go ahead and push again. He drops his phase boots as the push is going to commence. Forward spirits will go. This is a very, very tense situation. Gem has been picked up by Z-Freak as they've lost theirs. Alacrity up for Jay. He'll walk to the high ground. The track will fly, blink out. Split shot should be used. Static Link's gonna go and will lose 84, 90 some odd 100 damage. Still has 200 of it though. Heads up. Taken. Gets Lotus Orbed. That's frightening. That's the potential. Oh no, this is the worst time for this to happen. They have to back. That sucks for Archon. One kitty bots back in. 22 seconds, alright. Smoke maybe coming out from Complexity, thinking that they don't have their Moo carry player. It is time to go run at them. And they also pick up an MKB for Limp, by the way. Did he drop something? Blink, yeah, he got his Blink out of there. It is hard carry central, folks, and if you have not eaten a Moonshard yet, you're seriously lacking. You look at Limp, he has. That is how you know you are farmed. Bots in, Moo might be a little too far up, and he's gonna just Timber Chain away. Has J.O. eaten a Moonshard yet? No, he has not. And that is the difference, and that's probably why, that's maybe why Complexity will win. On top of that, Razor picks up an MKB for himself. This is super frightening. Are they gonna enter the base from mid? Fluff's thinking about it. They're bashing their head against the front door. Meanwhile, Limp takes a lot of right clicks. Lotus Orb will go. AP flies. Static Link doesn't really reach that much until 49 damage. Look at these illusions. Pound. Chessie has to BKB and run. J.O. is just manning up on them. There's the Hex out. Limp in trouble. Does he have buyback? Absolutely, and he's going to barely live here, but only for a moment longer. Hanske will go down. He'll have to buyback. Swindle. His back wall will come through, and this might be what they need. They have to kill these illusions quickly, and they'll do just that. There's the refresher. Another back comes in, but not the wall. They get the Peace Grip on Moo. He does have that boots of travel. He has his instant respawn, 9 seconds. They will not get the Rex. They force the buyback out of Limp. Chessie will stay alive. They're chasing. They're on pursuit. They've lost Whitebeard. J.O. doesn't have his boots. He's in trouble. They have to help. Moo's going to TP in. They're going to look for a Hex. They find Swiddle. Now Chessie. They pop the BKB for Limp, and J.O. is going to try to fight this. He does have his Aegis ready to go. Chessie's in trouble, not dead yet, and J.O.'s trying to bring him down. There's going to be the wall. Monkeys is dead. They've lost him again. They've lost Moo one more time, and J.O. will fall, looks like, as well. Vacuum back in. Cheese has been eaten. They lose the Radiant Courier, which had so much on that. The Lincoln Sphere, as well as Phase Boots, and Fluff, as well as Monkeys, will be the only one to survive. He just bought back. Complexity are going to win this, it looks like. That's unbelievable.
Dire's middle tower.
What a turn of events. Moo now only up to 13 Bloodstone charges. He dies twice in a row, a dieback. Damage from the Tiny and Razor is real. He is so goddamn tanky. The armor that they have is outstanding. And that's why they can't bring them down. The right click is just not there because they don't have armor reduction. That's one thing I forgot about. They have no armor reduction. They'll have to buy back on J.O. for sure. But he will be able to buy out here and just buy, I think, a full Moonshard if he didn't have his courier die on him, which is unfortunate. They're going to have to try to defend without. Oh god, if they killed Limp, that game would have been super over, probably. They get the Hex up onto Chessie. Lotus Orb's going to come through. Cold Snap is going to get popped. There's the KP. Now Marcus is in trouble. He gets the Lotus Drop. Anti-KB and Ghost walks away. They have to back now. They can't fight this. They still have yet to buy back on J.O., and they're still defending easily without this. They see the ward there. It's going to get dropped down, and it's going to get destroyed. Maybe they won't win. Okay, so Moo still has buyback. J.O. still has buyback. Whitebeard should have buyback. No, 605 gold away. Fluff should have buyback as well. But On the Dire team, no buyback for Limp, no buyback for Hanskin. They need to kill Chessie, and Swindle is the biggest issue, right? Like, I believe that is absolutely 100% the biggest issue. Jayo's having a tough time dealing with him. Still a minute before he can have his phase boots back and his Lincoln Sphere. Might as well just buy, like, Boots of Travel, to be honest. I seriously think he might need either Rapier or BKB. They need armor reduction too, which is another big issue. There's the Hex now. I like that. We've hit that point, folks. It's 76 minutes in, and the map is starting to explode. Dear Lord. Heaven's Helper now for the Bounty Hunter. Man, that's actually huge, because there's no BKB, as I've mentioned, on the Medusa. And you cannot manta out of that. He is just sitting in base. He does not feel comfortable walking out until he gets his items, and I don't blame him. The crazy thing is, this game is probably not going to end anytime soon. Maybe next Roche fight, but they took Roche, they walked up, and they didn't get anything out of this. The Span of the Rex still stands. The only thing they got was a Limp buyback. So if Limp dies, this game gets a lot easier because that cleave damage, the right-click damage coming out from the Tiny is devastating. However, I really doubt that he's going to die again. And this is just game number 1. You've got to be joking me. There it is. The Assault Cuirass for Jayo. What does he sell? He now doesn't have buyback for 1,300 gold.
This sustains, gold remains.
If, like, Monkeys Forever could have that, God, this game would be so much cheaper. They even buy Vlad's now, too. Alright, I like it. They've got armor now. This game has gotten a little easier for them. Jayo has dropped down his Butterfly because there are 2 MKBs. He's missing out on a lot of damage as Butterfly is very good for attack speed, very good for movement speed, very good for just damage in general for Medusa. So he's going to change up and get an Assault Cuirass instead of, you know, keeping his Butterfly.
Generation.
Roche respawn time is 1 minute and 37. Down bottom, Complexity are sticking together. Buyback is up for 1 minute and 43 for Limp, so... Swindle might get caught here. Force forward, there's the Hex. He's gonna surge himself away. The Void comes out. He's just so fast. The Silence will come through. He's got BKB. Still, he has to pop it now. Wall might go. Sunstrike Fly is chasing after Moo. Iron Shell going through. He's so goddamn speedy. That Surge. Fiend's Grip now on Moo. He can't afford to die here, and it looks like he will. There's the Avalanche Toss. They missed the Tornado coming through. He might have to buy back, and it looks like there's the walls up as well. This might be the game-losing fight for Archon. Deafening Blast will fly. Chessie's in trouble. They don't have vision. They can't fight it with the Glimmer Cape. And Chip's going to come in as well, and Jayo's going to have to try to do this all on his own. Toss back up, and now Jayo's in trouble. They buy back on Moo. They don't. Swindle is going to town. They're looking for Whitebeard. He'll knock it out. The Nightmare will come. Force away from Fluff and Complexity. They do it again. They find another fight. Fluff will almost fall here. The Enfeeble. He doesn't have a TP scroll. He's going to have to walk all the way back home. And Whitebeard is just trying to stay alive. The Glimmer Cape will go. He'll try to juke his way out. The Avalanche misses. Can he get his way out with a Blade Dagger? Perhaps. They don't know where he is. They do now. And they'll find themselves another kill. And Jayo doesn't have buyback. Oh, that's game losing. Moo will have to use his. They're going to take this Rax and maybe go straight for tier 4 as Moo will actually save his buyback. Tusk will go ahead and get back into the game. EMP will try to stop this. Can they push it to the base? Fluff is just, I don't know what he's doing. Roche is respawning. Get the Aegis. That's the safe play. Complexity. Don't go for the buildings. They're going to TP back home. And without Jayo for 42, there's a good chance they can take this Aegis for, I think, a 6th or 7th time. And Roche has been killed. Moo still has his buyback.
Illusion.
Tornado comes in. Hanskin. He doesn't really mind. Double bots 2 been picked up. Swindle. He is the most frightening hero in this game right now. He doesn't have Refresh Aura, but God, is he still freaking scary. Limp's in the Roche pit. Jo has respawned. Does not TP out. He has to just walk down bottom because he doesn't have Boots of Travel yet. For some reason. Frozen Sigil in the pit. Double Chakram. Smoke from Complexity. They win one team fight here. It's not over because there's still buybacks on a couple of these heroes. Duza has it even now. Did he sell something? He must have. He definitely did. Smoke is up. Here we go. Double smoke. Smoke versus smoke action. Who's going to walk forward? 82 minutes in. They're going to see the ward on the high ground here. The Fort Spirit will go ahead and bring it down. Another ward placed up. Really well done. They go into the pit. They're deciding. Chessie is spotted. They're all spotted. Really, look at this vision coming out from the Radiant team. They have such good map control right now. They see exactly where Complexity are going. They're backing up. There's no dire ward here. They're just going to give this away. Jo has to come back. He was just farming creeps. Newts. Oh, God. This is such a stressful, tense situation. I'm not even playing in the game. And it's not even lower bracket. It's just the upper bracket first game. Please never pick Medusa again, ever. Uh-oh, here we go. They're pushing in. Complexity are going to go high ground here. They have to TP back home. They'll send up Moo. He'll do the most work here. He already pops that. The Glyph's going to have to get popped, and I love this play from Complexity. Ice Shards will push them out. Chessie's kind of locked in. The Meatball's going to go through. There's the Shiva's Guard. The Hex up onto Chessie as well. Stop him from doing that damage. Definitely applies. Complexity's left in trouble. Glimmer Cave, do they have vision? They don't. Where is Fluff for the gem? Why do they not have detection? That's the 4th killing missed. Swindle pops the BKB back wall. It's gonna fly. Jo almost walks into a white bearded trouble. BKB for Limp as well. No refresh for him. Time to back away. EMP. This is a bad fight for Complexity, except they're going to get Night Stalker, and he doesn't have buyback. Fluff again is on the backside. Just, I don't know what he's doing there. Almost an amazing fight for Archon. And they lose their Night Stalker. Arcane Rune picked up for the Invoker. And they can't Rosh. They just can't commit to it. They want to so badly, but they cannot commit to the Roshan. A TP top might be the go sign here for Complexity to head into the Rosh pit. Has everyone eaten a Moon Shard? Still, Jo has not. He's starting to lack in net worth. Moo is still up and ahead, but... I mean, his mana regen is 44 point... Oh, there it is. That's the Rapier coming out. Will he sell the MKB? He drops the Manta style instead. He is a pure right-clicking machine. His stats are going to lack, but boy, is he going to do some damage. But who's in the Roche pit but Complexity? And because Fluff has died, and because Jo TP top lane, they will give away an Aegis and a cheese once more to whoever may want it on Complexity's squad. Aegis picked up for Z-Freak, Cheese picked up for Hanskin. I guess it's not that bad because their big cores aren't going to be grabbing it. And this will give at least 5 more minutes to Complexity here. And then maybe try to go for a push. They can't push high ground. It's so difficult to push into this Timber Saw. Oh my lord, this game's never going to end.
Flesh sustains, gold remains.
The 10,000 Club, Moo has joined it, probably for the 2nd or 3rd time this game. I actually have no idea when he picked it up. 86 minutes in. Dear Lord.
Haste.
Refresher has been picked up for the Timber Saw. What does he need Refresher for? Double Hex? Yeah, that's pretty good. He dropped his bots. The inevitable push is now coming. Swindlemelons is farting out of his butt. Surge. Haste Rune is now gone. Even if they lose this Rex, it's not that bad for Archon. But it's the prospect of, like, just them not being able to win a fight. Limp's gonna get Dagon, he'll back away. And this is just the hardest part. There's the Void up on the Chesty. They'll take the range Rex. I don't really think they're that concerned about it, however. TP's coming out, Limp will go home. As the Forge Spirits continue to push in the bottom. This range Rex continues to stay up and ready to go.
Bountiful.
Actually starting to get really hungry now. Started this game roughly around 4 o'clock, 5:50. Hex is finally done for the Invokers. They have triple Hex. As long as they don't, you know, overlap them, they're pretty good. Double Shivas, double Dagon. But he actually put the Refresher Orb back in the Courier. I think he just dropped something. Pretty sure that was his Bloodstone. Yeah, that is the right choice. You have plenty of mana regeneration without the Bloodstone. Sure, your respawn time isn't as good, but with only 8 stacks, 8 charges, it's not a big deal. Jo now will have buyback, as he has been 6 slotted a while ago. God, he could really use Moon Shard. Holy crap. That's the one thing he is missing. Double damage rune. That's a game-winning rune if I've ever seen one. I've actually run out of things to say at this point. I mean, here's what it comes down to, really. Complexity push high ground, they win a fight, they win. Complexity push high ground, and everything that's been happening so far this game, they're going to die, and then they're going to be put on the back foot. And then it comes to, like, neither team can push high ground. Archon can't do it, Complexity can't do it. Archon can do it a little bit better now because they have Blazin and AC. They really could use a BKB on, like, 5 of their heroes. But that's not happening. Fluff is going for a backstab again. He's going to die because of this. He did it last time. I don't know why they keep going for this. I have absolutely no clue. He's the one with the gem. He's, I think, just trying to get vision. But it's such a bad play when you don't have a TP scroll. They're going to head top. Did they see? Oh, they did not see Fluff. They barely didn't see him. TB back from Fluff as he's got all of his wards out in the open, but there, of course, was a gem, and so one of them was countered, which was this one over here, I think, somewhere around there. Aegis has been reclaimed. And they can fight now. Now it's getting to that boring point where we're just sitting back and waiting for something to happen. No one wants to make that first move. So look, he has roughly the same regen as with the Bloodstone. 40.2, which is very quick. You're getting more than 100 mana every 3 seconds. And with 2,763 mana, it's pretty quick to regen. I mean, as long as you don't blow your entire load within like 5 seconds, which is almost physically impossible, you're probably fine. Here we go, the push up. They'll drop the ice wall. This could be the first hex, but he surged out. They have to find a way to deal with that surge. It's very, very good. Chessie will pop the BKB. He'll refresh and pop it again here in a moment. Look at the damage coming out. Now they definitely blast Walrus punch. He's in trouble. He'll fall. He might have to buy back. Swindle pops his own BKB. He will get tossed away. Lit might not be so lucky. Another day, get another great surge. Swindle. BKB is going to end here in a moment. They should chase after him if they want anybody. They see where he is. They know exactly. They're looking for the chase. They're going to find that other hex coming out. Now they get the Chakram. Swindle's in trouble. The Chakram, great nightmare, but the tornado will fly. Wait, where did he go? That was really weird. I don't know what happened to him for a moment, but he actually got out. Now they might lose another. Hanskin is able to TP away. They'll have to buy back on Chessie and almost certainly on Swindle Melons.
Avoid what is sharp.
Well, they do on Swindle, and almost certainly Chessie is what I meant to say. He's still dead for 60. He might actually be able to just, you know, be fine. Swindle still has double ults, but if he dies again, be game losing. They're starting to finally connected here for Archon. They were super far ahead. They almost gave the game away, and they're not done yet. Buyback status for Archon. What's it looking like? They got the big 3. That's all they need. But they're not forcing out the buyback for Chessie. Jayo's just not going. He's just waiting. He's dropped his freaking boots of travel. He just got something. I don't know what. He got a new moon shard. What are you in the arcade room for? Just go push. Force the buyback. They're waiting for Roche. I don't know what they're doing. Push all the waves, I suppose. He does 1,000 damage with Rapier plus Daedalus crits. And that was with Split Shot on, by the way, so you don't want to know how much he does without Split Shot on. He can one-shot those small creeps, no surprise there. Wonder if he just one-shots regular creeps. Let's see. 2 shots of Centaur Conqueror. Pretty nice, because that's a pretty tanky creep. Complexity not going outside of the base. Swindle will surge back. Ice Shard's coming with you. Chessie's like, nope. Backing up. 2-minute respawn. Almost a full duration Roche respawn. Hey, it's just gotta be another Roche. That's what we're waiting for. What does he drop? Did he just drop his boots of travel for his Aegis? That didn't really work out the last time. And who gets cheese? They already have one Whitebeard. Pretty sure it doesn't stack. Refresher now for the Invoker, so he's got his combo width already. He's finally almost level 25 as well. Smoke might come out. Do they have another one? I don't think they do, actually. Just gonna play together as 5. What about Complexity? Roche. In minute. Not yet. It'll be the 8th Roche. I'm sure my counting's wrong, but that's what it feels like anyway. "46 seconds. God, if they were there. If he was up right now, they would have taken it, no problem. Jay would have just destroyed it. Instead, you have to wait for the Frozen Sigil to scout it out, and then they'll be able to go into the pit and say, hey, how are you, Roche? Give me that Aegis and let's end this goddamn game. But that's probably not going to happen. First of all, if they had 2 sets of racks, I'd say this game gets easier, but they only have a set and ranged racks. This top rack's top is really annoying them, too. Smoke up. Oh, I love this play. This is such a good play. If they can find somebody, do they just go in the base? There's no... They could just go in the base. There's no tower there. Just go in the base. If they could get an ward up on the high ground. Oh, Fluff is just... Oh, he's living dangerously, baby. Okay, I'm up the high ground, guys. There's nobody here. Let's go, Roche. Darkness popped. Look at him inching forward. They're like, okay, well, I mean, that worked, but I mean, they're not over here. How much HP does Roche have? 19,000. Okay, maybe. So he does 1,000 a hit. That's 19 hits for Jo to kill Roshan. Well, that's if he crits, I guess. So he actually, it'll probably be about 25 hits for Jo to kill Roche alone. It's 19,000, I guess, plus he has a lot of armor. Suntrake did a decent amount, I guess. Let's take it. It's time. They're gonna go for it. They've hemmed them in their base, and here we go. Roshan falling very quickly, and Complexity do not have the tools to deal with it. But they're going to take their chance and hope that Archon will again fail a push, and they'll be able to win a team fight off the back end of it. Jay will take the Aegis, he'll drop his boots and travel down. He's still very slow. The courier should come and grab those. The cheese is here, which will be grabbed by Whitebeard. It does stack. Okay. Boots of travel 2 have been purchased up for Jo, but he's going to have the courier follow him around and hopefully be somewhere here if he loses his Aegis. He does have buyback, and speaking of that, everyone does except Swindle, who was forced to in the last team fight. He's down for a minute and a half, and if they can kill Swindle, I don't know if the game's over, but boy, does it get a lot easier. Wait for the next group wave, it looks like. Can you imagine how this game would have gone if they didn't have a bounty hunter? You're going to give the alacrity to Jo from now on, I hope. And Jay, you're going to want to turn on your mana shield. Okay, he has it on. It's just I'm too zoomed out, apparently. Or it's bugged. One of the two. Dude, there's sentries all over the place. What the hell? Look at this. There's a quadrant of them. Look at all the sentries here, dude. What the heck? Fluff has his work cut out for him. I do not understand that, but I guess when you're just like, okay, well, I have, you know, I have 15 sentries. The bounty hunter is rich. Oh my god, he's more rich than God. Jesus. 98 minutes. We're almost at that 100-minute mark, folks. We almost are there. I can't imagine what game 2 is going to be like if this is just game number 1. And they will not push in by the time Swindle has his buyback up. And everyone in the game has buyback, and there's got to be not a game 1 unless somehow Jo can do so much damage that they win off the back end of that. I'm literally facepalming at this point because of how stressful this game is. I can't even imagine for the players how they're dealing with this right now. The intensity, the knowingness that the one wrong move could cost you the game, but it hasn't so far because, you know, I guess this game is just meant to be played out forever. Now, I have to check the record for... I'm sure we're not close. There's a 3-hour Cloud9 game. That's right, I forgot about that. There's no way that's happening this time around. Guys, if this game goes 3 hours and you're watching on my stream, I want you to go ahead and give me a Reddit shout out for doing a solo cast. Just throwing that out there. I guess Grant could get one too because he's also doing the same thing. But dear Lord, it's becoming stressful. 5,000 in net worth or gold for the Invoker. He's got a refresh orb, and Invoker at one point was one of the least farmed heroes in the game, but now he's starting to get up there. There's a lot of sentries around here, God. It's like a minefield of sentries. And they're going to smoke again, it looks like, and should be Fluff having it. It's probably on the courier. Yeah, it's going to come out here in a moment. And here we go. Drop the Vlads. Pick up something. What's he buying? Oh, he bought another courier. Did I make it flying? Yeah. 2 couriers. He puts the smoke and observer ward, and they give the boots of travel for Jo on the other one, I believe. But it's not coming with them. Alright, well, we don't need to look at that graph anymore. That chart. We know pretty much who has buyback and who doesn't. This doesn't matter. This just doesn't. Who cares? Just give it a good old XD, and then move on with our day. Oh boy, Whitebeard forces out. He makes it away. Oh, the smoke. Oh boy. Man, that tornado goes forever, dude. Time to back up for Archon. They're playing on the back foot with an Aegis, which is going to get reclaimed here within like 40 seconds. Draw. Yeah, that's yeah. XD. I mean, it's true. Oh, I really hope they don't do that. There's like mind games happening now through chat. That's how ridiculous the game is getting. That is a satanic. I did not see that coming, but that's a pretty huge item. Fluff has a Vlad's following because he's trying to ward up. Dude, there's sentries everywhere. They actually all just expired, by the way. There's only one sentry left and it's about to expire. See ya. So Jo has the Moon Shard. Yeah, I don't even know, dude. That'd actually be pretty cool. But not doing a professional game that is not necessarily your tournament life, but pretty important. Dude, Digital Chaos are watching this, they're like, you've got to be kidding me. Can we play our game now? They're like waiting so long. Guys, don't worry. If I don't say anything for a while, I'm still alive. I'm just, you know. Here we go. Is this going to be it? Is this going to be the fight? The smoke of deceit. They found Tiny. They know that he's there. They're forced forward the Hex. They got to use it. They get it off. Flip in trouble. They have the Warrior's Punch. Lips looks like he will fall. Satanic does not get off in time. There's the back wall coming out. Lip will buy back. Swindles is in trouble. And the pressure hasn't gone yet. Lips TP'd in. Chesty. They've got the actual Jo in trouble statically. He's linked all the damage away. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far. Moo, is he going to buy back? Not yet. Another wall coming through, and Jo does not have his Aegis. He will have buyback. Might have to use it. Rapier on the deck. That's a problem. They're going to have to buy another one here. But he wanted buyback if that's the case. And this might be it. Complexity. They'll have to buy back on everyone, including Jo. What did he buy? A Maelstrom. He doesn't have the damage anymore. And they're going to back up with the Rapier. Who has it? Does Limp have it? Or is it Chessie? Or is it Hanskin or Z-Freak? Z-Freak has the Rapier. Well, I mean, that's fine, I guess. We might actually see an ending to this game soon. Roche is going to respawn shortly, I believe. Or that just might be the 8-minute time. It might just be the 8-minute time. Hold on, we're going to see if this is a short respawn. Let's just check real quick. There it is. Roche is up at 105 minutes and 20 seconds. They might, I don't know if buying that Maelstrom was the best idea. I think saving up for another Rapier is probably the better idea, but it doesn't even matter. Oh god, there's 3 gems here. There's 3 gems. There's a Satanic on the curve. There's a goddamn Boots of Travel and base. It hurts. Oh, it hurts. Holy Moses is all I can say about this bad boy. Have they taken any tier 4 damage? They have. This tier 4 is actually really low. Oh, Butterfly! Did he sell his MKB? No, he still has it. Okay, that's fine then. Moo went down very early in that fight. They did buy back for Limp. They bought back for 3 on Archon, so looking at the buyback status, it's just Limp. They're in a really good spot still. If Limp goes down, maybe this game changes complexion, but... My lord. Miller's about to come out for Jo. He just needs the, I believe, recipe, which is 900 gold. So yeah, he just about has Mjolnir, but he's actually carrying the 2 cheese instead, which cheese is super good for Medusa, and here's why. It's instant. It gives you not only full health, but full mana. And you know mana is good on Medusa because of, obviously, her mana shield. So having 2 of those is pretty good. There is a 40-second cooldown, so you can't just pop them willy-nilly. But it is a thing that you can use. The Mjolnir is now done. She's going to carry it with her, probably pop the static shield, and she's going to carry... Just keep the courier with you, I think, right? There's no reason not to. That's the other one. This one has the cheese. It's going back home, which is not good.
Stains. Good remake.
Right now, this game is a playground for the players to exhibit their excellent Dota skills and to make casters miserable. To be fair, I'm actually having a great time, and I hope you guys are too. But, yeah, I'm sure somebody's actually just pissed off right now. Another Roche, and with a rapier on Z-Freak. Watch this hit. Oh, or not. They're going to push bottom instead. Jo is now farting out of his butt with flames. The Mjolnir continues. Fluff has been scouted. The courier to get vision. Another courier with 2... No, that's the one with the Satanic. I'll give it to Fluff. He's actually been super determined to put wards down this entire game. But, you know, they're going to have to go back home because guess what's happening? The push is coming into the bottom tier or not. They're going to, you know, have Monkeys Forever who's going to throw up a tornado. I doubt he can get a kill here. I'm not sure why he's walking up. Uh-oh, Z-Freak. A good blink. Just run, Monkeys, just run. If they get a pick, this game essentially ends. He didn't buy back at the very least, but... I really can't afford another kill. Oh my god, no! Rapier. Look at that damage. Hex up. They're TPing in. Ghost Walk will go. They have no gem. They tracked him up, I think. He popped the BKB, so the track did, I think, dissipate. Roche is up, guys. Fluff will check it. There it is. You guys can kill this quick. You have not a rapier on Jo, but, I mean, it would be nice to get it, wouldn't it? Oh, get the courier! Oh, no! Oh, my God, no! Oh, that would have been so good! There's couriers flying everywhere. That was the cheese and butterfly courier. This is the Vlad's and Gem courier. There's a courier back here that has cheese on it. This is the Satanic courier. Dear Lord. Someday this game will end. Maybe when I'm 50. Alright, the push is about to commence yet again. Complexity looking to group up mid. They have Z-Freak still with that rapier, now with the Lotus Orb, as well as the Helvin's Halberd. Limp is going to go ahead and just still have the Satanic on the courier. They're thinking about pushing mid. I like the play from Archon. Somehow they know. Somehow they know. They might have seen the smoke from somewhere. I mean, he has a rapier, to be fair. I like this, I like the alt chat. This alt chat's fun. Roche has been up for, I think, 10 minutes, and they haven't taken it yet. Oh, God, I actually would not mind that. God. Oh. Hello, everybody. My name is Mott. We're currently paused. I hope you're having a great time, because I know I am. Shoutouts to 111 minutes games, because those are really fun. I'm actually having such a good time. But it's very difficult doing this right now, so I'm going to go back to the other game. Or back to the game. So, where do we go from here? Is there any way that point boosters like an Octarine Core, or I hope not an Aghanim Scepter, because that item's terrible on this hero. I guess, actually, if the game gets long enough and they're trying to push high ground, and you kick them back into your base, that's like a game-winning play, right? Thank you for the sub, National Weather Service, appreciated. Let's not listen to that. That doesn't sound great. Where do we go from here? So, as my 40th game continues on this week, I actually think Complexity are in such a good spot, because we talked about it earlier and how the Bane was getting farmed, but look at the Bounty Hunter now. Obviously, the Rapier is a big part of his net worth, but he has a Heaven's Halberd, a Force, Boots of Travel, a Lotus Orb, and now a Vlad's. Not to mention his Circuit Toss is pretty good. When the game's paused like this, it actually almost looks normal. Except for like the sparkles that are randomly placed around and... You know, if I wasn't in Dota TV, I'd probably, you know, read some books right now, but that's, you know... Look at this fire up here. Is Roche just, like, not even, like, worth it at this point because, like, you don't have slots for Aegis? Like, I'm sure one person can carry it, and having a second life on anybody is probably good enough this game. Alright, are we going? Just kidding. I should have gotten up during this break. I feel like I made a mistake here. God.
I owe you one.
All right, well, we did it, everybody. We made it. Oh, God, that's not what I wanted. We made it back into the game, and we're going to keep moving. Took a little bit of a break. I actually have some water here from last night. Excellent. Okay, hold on. I need to... My voice is a little hurt. That is the sound of me chugging water. I do apologize. I probably should have drank that during the break. Alright, so any chances J.O. goes for another rapier? He pretty much needs Scotty to stay alive. I really think he either drops Scotty and finds a BKB, which is probably a terrible idea at this point. It was fine like 40 minutes ago when they didn't have a maxed out Tiny. But now the Tiny and Chessie can absolutely destroy him. I feel like Scotty's probably the way to go. Still has the Assault Cuirass, now has the Moon Shard, and I mean he still does a lot of damage, don't get me wrong.
Gold is a
But
great conductor.
the rapier was really helping him. This cast is about 140 minutes long because, of course, the draft, and then on top of that, we've had 2 pauses. Maybe not 140, maybe about 130. So, Moon Shard time for monkeys. Like every 2 minutes or something after I start talking, I just like fade out of consciousness and elevate to a higher plane of existence. It's really enjoyable. You should try it. Archon, well, they're getting there. They're not quite at that secondary level. Jay was got 4,600. It's 6.2 for a rapier plus buyback, which is, what does he have? It's 2,745 for buyback. So that's a lot. Moo was owning this game earlier, and now he's like, because nobody's fighting. This game is 114 minutes. There's only 60 kills. I've seen 20-minute games that have had 100 kills in it. Hell, Complexity was one of the teams in it. All right, here we go. Archon, can they find a kill? No smoke. They should probably use one, though. I really think you should drop that Maelstrom Mjolnir down when he gets his rapier, which is in 4,000 gold because he needs to have buyback money because I've already talked about that before. Nobody's going to take Rosh. This part of the map, nobody cares. Who cares? Nobody cares. XD.
Invisibility.
This is a potential kill. I mean, I kind of wish they could, like, backdoor. Like, either team. Pretty sure Tiny can. But they really have to push the waves out almost every time. Monkey's like, I really want that rapier, man. I feel it. I feel it. I know he wants that rapier, but it's not worth it because oh, the courier! The courier! They see it! Go for the courier! The courier, monkeys! No! What are you doing? Oh my god. Monkeys. You could have been a hero. Whatever. Space created. J.O.'s almost got his rapier again. Seriously, he needs to buy another one. Like, I'm almost positive that this game is not one without a rapier on a courier. Or rapier in general, rather. Go ahead and check that Roach Pit, Fluff, real quick. Yeah, nobody's in there. Yeah, God. Son of a... Bane... Dude, how about an Ethereal Blade for Bane? Against Jo? Oh, God, that would be sick. I'm surprised there hasn't been an Ethereal Blade earlier in this game. You pop an Ethereal Blade and you, like, give it to Tiny. Boom. Well, probably not Tiny, unless he's, like, really getting focused down. Like you surge them back, you Ethereal Blade them up, you force them away, and boom, you're alive, you're fine. Complexity, just, like, they need that. And Archon could do the same thing. I'm surprised there's no Ghost Scepters in this game for anybody. I guess the Whitebeard's like, I'm tanky enough, I'm fine. I have a point booster, I'm good to go. He's even gonna get the Aghanim Scepter, are you joking? This is like one of the worst items, but it's so good if you're pushing and you can kick somebody back, or if the team is pushing against you, you can kick somebody back into the base. It is a pretty far distance. Finally, by the way, I will say Complexity will take Roche again. They'll take the Aegis for Bane, the Cheese for Z-Freak, or the Courier, which is now 2 cheeses up. Roche Masters for 700 damage. That's frightening. There are sentry wards everywhere. Like, look at this. You zoom out, there's a ward in, like, each freaking... it's a Kira here. It's ridiculous. Okay, Demon Edge for Jo, so it looks like he is going to be going for the Rapier, but he's not very close to that relic. Your move's actually just the best. I just like how the Vlad's following him around Fluff. As if it's going to matter. Uh-oh! He's gonna lose that Vlad. He's gonna sail it on out of there. Fluff is most certainly dead. Does he have buyback? He does not. And that is the gem down. Fluff is dead for 2 minutes. If this is the end of the game, I'm gonna lose it. If Fluff is the catalyst for this game to end, I'm gonna flip out. But still, that is a pretty big kill, and they're gonna run down mid with 15,000 gold on the Tiny. Except for the fact that bottom lane is getting pushed in again, and they're like, well, I guess we can't run down mid.
Invisibility.
So what's happening, guys? Chat, give me an update onto how you guys are doing, sitting in your comfy chairs, chilling out, having a good time, playing some Dota, watching some Dota, playing some video games. Because Archon right now, and Complexity, how can you keep up that mentality? How can you keep up that type of focus? Which is, we are about to hit the 2-hour mark. 119 minutes and 27 seconds, and unless this game ends within 30, we're going to hit 2 hours. Hell, we might even hit 3 hours the way this game is going. Boots of Travel 2 now done for the bounty hunter, as if he needed anything else in the bank, because, I mean, he has 6,000 gold still. Anybody need anything else? I'm pretty sure he has another courier, like, in the shop. It's like, if I ever die, or I have to go back home, just buy another courier and just put it up in... Does Jo have the Rapier yet? He's getting there, but no, he doesn't. He just has the Demon Edge, and I think if they could just try to fight before he has his Rapier, that's probably good. Luckily, Fluff is going to respawn after being dead for 2 minutes, and nothing is going to have come with his death. Jo's desperately just like, I really need this Rapier. Top lane, Hex is up, Swindle's gonna get caught. He pops the BKB, the Lotus Orb came through, beautifully done, it was a bait. Now there's gonna be the wall up, they're gonna actually just be able to force themselves away, the Shuriken toss will go. Wall number 1 down, and nobody was split pushing mid that entire time. But bottom, well, that's gonna get taken care of. There's the TP from Jo, he's like, I really want this farm, guys. Who has the Lotus Orb? It was Z-Freak, right? Yeah, so if they can, like, avoid that Lotus Orb onto Swindles, because pretty much you're not going to kill him. Even if you get a triple Hex off, if he gets Lotus Orb after, you know, the Hex, it's not going to matter. You know what I mean? Double damage rune is picked up for the Limp Tiny.
Damage.
Fluff is kind of out because he wants to keep warding, but it's going to keep getting counter-warded because there's a gem on the other team. There are so many things I want to know about this game after it's done. Dude, like, there have been 3-hour games before Moo. I hate to tell you this, but this game's going on until you guys end it, one way or another. I honestly should just zoom out all the way and just, like, take my hands off the keyboard. That's a terrible idea. I'm not doing that. I was born here. You merely adopted the darkness. I was shaped by it. T-Doc Grand that slut. Oh no! Oh, that was the raiding courier. Oh god, satanic cheese butterfly. Where did that die, dude? Where did that courier die? Hold on. Courier died down here somehow. Did the creeps kill it? The creeps must have killed it. Well, the rapier's done now, and J.O. just still needs 300 gold for buyback. He's 3,270 gold, and he still needs money for buyback. Where is his rapier, by the way? It's on the courier. Which courier, though? That courier. Oh, you just put the Milner away. It's not like you need that. I'm KB. You kind of need that because there's a butterfly. I actually think you put the Milner away, and you take the rapier back. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Uh-oh, he might get jumped on here. Swindle thought about it. Now he has 10 gold surplus for buyback. Limp was on his own split pushing. That was a perfect opportunity to kill him. And we have passed 2 hours. We did it. Now we need to get to his 180, and then we've gotten 3 hours in. Limp heading bottom, level 25, boxing out somewhere. Top lane. Oh, J.O. no! They're gonna TP in Monkeys. He's got no mana left. They need a cheese, and he is gonna get destroyed. He's got 26 HP. There's no way he lives. They jump in, and Swindle will finally kill, but is it going to be worth it? Because he's hexed up, surged away, actually. And he's gonna stay alive. Now the BKB. Jay, you have to buy back. Monkeys Forever is next. This might be it. They're in the base. Limp's gonna get hexed up as well. There's the Dagon. They force him out. They're just too strong. Complexity are. There's the Walrus Punch. Z-Freak. He's got that rapier. He can't afford to die. The rapier's on the deck. J.O., drop your Milner, dude. It's worth it. Trust me. 2 rapiers. That's the stuff of legends. Chessie. The snowball's coming through. He's got no BKB. The ice shards will just barely miss. They're so fast to track. Monkeys Forever gets another kill on his Swindle Melons. This buyback is so far worked out. Did they pick up the second rapier? Is it just sitting there? Are you joking me? Are you kidding me? What do you need a Mjolnir for? Are you serious? Seriously. You can't pick that up, I'm pretty sure. J.O., listen, bud. Just go back, drop your Maelstrom or Mjolnir, and pick up a rapier. That's a Daedalus with 2 rapiers. You're heading for 1,000 without a crit. I'm sure I'm wrong, but, you know, that's just me. The smoke to end the game. Buyback status. J.O. just used it. The Invoker just used it. They lose a team fight here. The game's over. They win a team fight here. They force out more buybacks for complexity, and the game continues. They win a team fight twice. The game's over. That's pretty much how it's been for the entire game. J.O.'s gonna go home for some reason. And so the rest of the team. Jo, please. Please, Jo. Please, get the rapier. It's not worth not having a double rapier. Yes! 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 He's hitting for almost 1,000 naked without... And that's with split shot on, by the way. So he is hitting for a naked 1,000 damage. He gets a crit. No, what are you doing? No! It doesn't work, dude. You can't pick it up. Just use it. Come on. Thank you. You can't put it in the courier either, which is, I think, what you're trying to do. Yeah, I think he's just putting it in the base. Okay, that's fair. He's gonna put it in his stash. Ah, okay. Well, that's kind of nifty. I mean, I don't know what that gives him, though. How many smokes have been used this game, I wonder? Here we go. Uh-oh. No, Jo cannot afford to die here. They have an observer where they see him. Oh, God, if they had a blink, they could jump on him and kill him. And they don't have their team here. Fluff his bottom along with monkeys. They could have killed him. They could have killed him, I think. Fluff says, screw it. Alright, TP scroll. Alright. They found Chessie. Hex is gonna go. They need a loaded sword, but they're not nearby. Z-Freak's coming in, but he's too far away. The BKB does get put off. The right click, they push him back. The back wall coming in. Jo trying to fight his way out of this. They'll kill Chessie. He'll buy back. Can they get Swindles? Jo is out of mana. He's low. Another back wall. Jo in trouble. They have to run. The Feed Script comes out. Will he go down? Is this going to be it? It will. Rapier on the deck, and Jo is dead for 2 minutes. And just like that, he's not strong enough. The Medusa carry. A failed experiment. Now it's time to head up to the high ground. Screw this Rax. Just get the tier 4s. Monkeys is going to be nightmared up. Moo is going to try his best to push this back. But Z-Freak gets caught. Dagon will go. He just barely lives with 50 HP. The Shivas will not kill him. He's chasing after. He does get the kill finally onto Z-Freak, but they don't give a damn. They're going to go bottom. There's the buyback coming in from Z-Freak. Ice Shards will collect. Will they go home? No. Now, Moo in some trouble. Chessie pops the BKB. He'll have to buy back. Now the tier 3 tower in trouble. Monkeys Forever pops the deafening. Limp is in trouble, but he also has buyback. Good Ice Shards. Another usage of that chakra, but he doesn't hit it. Snowball, they'll kill him. The Swiddles is dead for 64. They might be able to take Chessie down. They'll lose Hodskin. They're throwing this fight away. Maybe not. Whitebeard's still up and ready to go, and Moo has got to do this on his own. Buybacks everywhere. Whitebeard back in. They get the Hex up on the lip. Chessie gonna get caught with the Ice Shards. Hexed up. Can they bring him down? Can they bring him down twice? Great nightmare. The snowball comes through. He stays alive. The tornado going up. They're gonna lose Whitebeard another time. Moo cannot afford it. They get the kill on Chessie, and they will not lose this game. Not if Moo has anything to say about it. They're gonna keep chasing. Limp might be in trouble. They've got the deafening blast. Can they get the Hex up in 2? The chakra will go. They lose Limp. They lose Limp, and Hodskin on the run. The Dagon comes out. He's gonna die back as well. And they'll lose 4 heroes for 126 seconds. Moo, you are a god. And it is all worth it. The 130-minute game. And it's still not over. Fluff will now buy a rapier. He'll pick it up. And Z-Freak will do his damnedest to defend. He's actually gonna almost kill Moo. The Shuriken toss the rapier, but it's not enough. The Hex will come through and Swindle will do his best. He gets silenced up. The Rapier's down with the deck. The tier 4 is getting assaulted. They need one big back wall to actually win this game, and there it is. Will it do enough? The Ancient getting focused down. They are not even dealing with this wall whatsoever. The Glyph will go, but GG is called. Good game. I'm not even going to post it. The game is broken. I can't believe that just happened. 2 hours, 11 minutes, and Complexity almost winning, but they throw the game away at the tail end. And Archon, they have a 1-0 lead after this first game. We're going to take like